It's not no gas. It's the inability for gas to get from your tank to your
Very
engine.
little gas.
How about a dirt road instead?
Oh my god, Walker. Just let it. Just let it.
Fine. He doesn't have gas.
Just let me have my metaphor.
Just fucking let it.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
How's my connection now? Cause
Yeah, you're doing good, man.
VPN. Great.
So, you guys just camped for the night. You killed the serpopod, and now it is dawn. As I recall, there is still storms, right? Still raining.
We had gone through 2 days, and that's all that we knew of, because that's all my spell allows me to know.
Right, and on the second evening, it hailed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we made some tree branches form a house for us, like a kind of
Yeah, because you guys are fucking Ewoks or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
druid, man.
hey, I am awesome.
Alright. So what are you gonna do?
So, wait, did we rest after killing the serpopod?
I assume so.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
You
how
got,
happened
no,
to
that
the
was in
rest
the
of that?
morning. That was in the morning because it was the last watch, so we didn't have.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like we were waking up, and now we have spells to use.
Yep, you spend an hour at your campsite.
Okie dokie.
Great.
I thought we were slightly in the forest, where we stopped, or did we have to stop right at the intersection?
We had found like.
You camped off to the side of the road and found some trees.
Wait, were we here? Or I thought we were further along the road.
No.
Cops.
You hadn't yet found the actually you were a little before you're a little before it actually because you haven't found the branch off into the woods yet.
Okay. Okay. In the woods? Because this is the lowlands. I thought it was all plainy. Knowledge geography, someone.
Someone who could possibly. It's geography, man.
Smart man. Guy who studies things
Geography,
and
man.
tries to learn for the sake of power.
I mean,
Like black science guy?
geography would work if you wanted to
That's
know what's
right.
along the road, but perception's fine. We're just having a look around.
I'm assuming that we can't look
Perception,
for
man.
miles and miles
Oh,
and miles.
ouch.
But
No,
okay,
not.
I'll do perception because that kind of hurt my soul.
I'm pretty sure that we are
You're
in
staring at the
Arabia.
hail. Like you're staring at like the hail balls that are on the ground.
Yeah. I'm like looking down at the ground. Guys, we've hit a dead end.
I look off
It's
into the
just a big
distance,
earthen
trying to
wall.
determine what.
Oh my god, guys.
I
Oh my
agree.
god, the fails.
I look off into the distance,
Perception,
trying to figure out
druid.
what's
boy.
what the lay of the land is like.
Can I
what
get
kind of
advantage since I kind of know where I'm going?
Oh,
What?
there.
Well,
3 times.
Why is he rolling so much?
I think
he's
he
like,
clicked it once and it like.
"Perceive."
Sorry, I think my key got stuck.
Hadouken!
Oh.
I think the
I
third
have
one does it.
special eyes.
Alright, Elithis, I think, is
I
the
do have
one.
special eyes.
Yep. So Cichael and Kirrik are both distracted. You can just come up with whatever. Zanthem, Elithis, and Savaric. You guys take a look now that it's light outside, and to your south, along the road, there's a lot more trees than I guess you would have expected for the area. It's rather dense forest to the south, and it looks like it becomes more sparse. That's the word. More sparse as you look north. There's more open field and way less cover to the north than there is to your south. You don't see any.
The forest.
Yeah. Into the woods.
Keep your weapons handy.
Okay, so I'm assuming that we're gonna like travel along and find this fork in the road.
Yeah. Savaric is pretty sure he can remember where it is. It's
Cool.
actually like an unmarked road because it isn't used anymore, so it's more of like a path. It's overgrown.
Well, I vote we follow Savaric since he knows where we're going.
I second
You
that vote.
do know
Seems
where
like a
we're
good
going,
idea.
right, Savaric?
Yes, I do. I was gonna say, I thought we were looking for the path with my perception.
Oh.
So I was gonna ask. I mean, since I've been here before, can I get like advantage on that?
Of course. But it would probably be survival to specifically look for something like that.
Survival. Okay, I can make that happen.
Okay, a 13. So you guys pack up the wagon and head off in the morning. And you hear the sound of your wagon wheels creaking along the road. Yeah. I'm glad I have a free soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
And after about wait, what?
Yeah. What do you mean free?
Nothing with cycles free.
I want 5 gold every sound.
You make your way along the road, and about an hour on, Savaric thinks he recognizes this area.
You could have.
Oh,
Savaric gets.
Savaric thinks he recognizes the area that you're in.
Nice.
Whoever wagon, or do we just?
You are like not talking. It's kind of weird.
Something
hear me?
about a
Yeah.
wagon.
Something,
Yeah.
and then you went to Robo
I
Boy.
was sorry. Is like somebody riding like coach like the? Are we just leading
In
the
the wagon?
horse? Or are we driving? Or is there like somebody up
We're
there
probably-
with reins and stuff?
We're probably sitting in the wagon, and I'm
Mhm.
probably holding on to Blanchy.
Okay. I'll just point to the side and say, I think it's this way.
Let's go that
Wait,
way.
I know it's this way.
Let's go that way.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. I'm with it.
So
I'm serious,
you,
we're trying to path
a
this.
few more seconds later, you see a small clearing off to the side of the road that you probably wouldn't have paid any attention to had Savaric not pointed it out, because it's really just, it's not like there's dirt or like gravel there. It's just sort of like a place where there isn't brush. There's still grass, but you can see that it kind of curves off into the distance, and it looks an awful lot like a road, but you definitely wouldn't have noticed had he not said anything.
Okay. I steer the reins towards the path and we head off the road. I'm like guessing the wagon goes thump thump as it gets off the gravel.
Yep, there's a little bit of a bounce.
Hey, look, there's mud up ahead.
No.
Is it still raining?
It's slightly sprinkling now, and the ground is a little wet. Yep.
Okay, well I'm gonna keep my eye out for patches where I think the wagon might get stuck.
Okay. Let's see. When you first get off the road, it's not that soggy. But up ahead, there's a little bit of a puddle. So, like, after about an hour and a half, let's say, away from the road, there's a little puddle up ahead. You're not sure if it's worrisome or not, but you can tell there's standing water.
Okay. Is it like taking up the entire road, or can I just?
Yeah, it's taken up. It's kind of like you know how it just looks like there's a lot of water on the grass. So like you can see the grass sticking up above it, but there's like water glistening underneath that, so you can tell that it's waterlogged.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Onward then.
Alright, as we're traveling, I say we should probably, before we go and actually meet these people, come up with a game plan, guys.
I think the game plan is just go in there and let
Convince
Savaric
them.
talk to them, and we show them that we're nobody to be trifled with. We ain't some trifling ass bitches, and we killed a fucking Hydra and a leopard.
Serpent.
Serpent
Serpapod.
kitty.
Serpapard.
Serpent kitty.
A snake
Did I say
cat.
it right?
Close enough.
Okay. Serpent Kitty and a Hydra, and we need their help.
I'm still
Okay.
wounded
Sounds
from.
good.
I guess I remembered. Yeah, I'm still pretty jacked up from that. I'm about a little over half health.
Oh yeah, so you're not feeling too pretty.
Unfortunately, nothing I can do can help him.
I'm nursing a few pretty good slash bites.
I don't think you want me to touch you.
No.
I don't
We
want
all
to
know
get
how
your
it goes.
No,
mutant
no.
AIDS.
Hey,
No cuddles tonight.
the disease is more or less contained for the time being.
Yep. As far as you know.
As
Bum
As
bum
long as he doesn't
bum.
sneeze, as long as he doesn't sneeze on any of my open wounds.
It's blood transferred, you're fine. So unless I start spewing blood out of my eyes or something. But
I'm assuming that we were not
couldn't
going to be
happen,
able
right?
to travel
check.
the full 25 miles on this off path.
No, you don't make as good a time. Blanchy has to work extra hard to pull the wagon through the grass.
And all.
So probably what,
Damn.
15 halfway?
Yeah, like 15 to 18. I wouldn't say it's as treacherous as the swamp.
Okay. So that puts us, I
We
think,
almost
around here.
died there.
Do you think our water friend could help us? We haven't talked to her in a while. We're all by
She's
ourselves.
patient.
I mean, while she's in her rock, she exists in another plane. It's not like...
Yeah, for all we know, she could just be chilling with friends. All of a sudden, we pull her into our world. She's like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Come spend 2 hours with us. You have no choice.
I want friends. Love me. So anyway, it starts to get towards sundown, and you decide to wrap up your travels, both because Blanchy's a little tired, and because since there's a lot of tree cover here, the light won't last a whole lot longer.
I look for a good spot to camp for the night.
Okay. The rain has since let up, and you find a... Actually, you don't find really any clearings off to the side of the road, but you don't suppose that the road is frequently traveled, so you kind of surmise it might be okay to just camp in the road.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I think we'll be safe
Hey,
here.
Savaric, your friends don't have any special surprises on the road for us?
None that I'm not aware of. We normally prefer to make this look like a untraveled destination instead of putting things which would encourage people to think that there's somebody at the end of the road.
I mean, it makes sense.
Nicely put.
If I look for berries, can I find berries? Or do I have to roll?
Give me a perception.
Hey, search for some bloodleaf while you're at it.
You don't need to look for bloodleaf, dude.
We
Okay.
established that you can buy a bloodleaf.
Yep.
To make it easy.
How much?
You can any of the crafting materials you can just have, unless it's something that's obscure.
I think you got some the last time you were in town, didn't you?
Yeah, he's got some.
I ordered it. I actually
Ah.
found the bloodleaf I currently have.
Yay, I found berries. Cool. I'm just gonna replenish my stash of berries.
Berries.
How
Have good
many
berries when I need
berries?
it. I'm gonna cast, hide campsite and
They're like berries, but thorny.
berries.
Berries.
Just got little tiny pricks on them.
Yeah. Alright. So you make camp. Elthus wanders off into the woods for a little while and finds some berries before coming back.
And before we go to sleep, I'm gonna cast Wild Instinct.
What does that do again?
Increases my perception while I'm sleeping.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's consult RNGesus to find out if anything happens. Alright. Nothing happens. Your night passes uneventful, but whoever is on third watch thinks they can catch a glimmer of some torchlight off in the distance, and it seems familiar to you.
That doesn't sound surprising. Yeah. Lights.
Camera action.
You gonna do anything about the lights, or you're just gonna sit in the hidden campsite?
I'm gonna sit in the hidden campsite. Should I roll to see if they're coming towards, moving away, staying still?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception. You're not really sure where they're heading, actually. It looks like they might be heading towards the keep, but it's hard to tell with as far away as they are.
Okay. I do let the next person in the watch know that I saw some lights in the direction of the keep, so you might keep your eyes on that.
It's me.
No, that would be me.
Oh,
Suck,
I'm after
hate
you.
me. You hate me. Why do you hate me?
It's you.
But that gets. Wait, no, never mind. I don't know. Yeah, that's 7. Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
Anyways, neither of you hear or see anyone traveling along the path during your watch.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sun rises, and it's now like partly cloudy out. The rain seems to have subsided, and it's a nice, crisp day.
Cool.
A little bit brisk, and there's dew on all the plants.
Awesome. So, general game plan is we're gonna let Savaric do most of the talking. Convince his friends that we are friendly to them and hunt monsters too. And then try to convince them to go save monster? And then kill monsters with us up by Bafix there? Yes?
Yep.
I
spot
suggest
on.
to Kirrik and Zanthem that since you both have parents that are sort of in the that would be very helpful if you would they'll want to talk to you. I'm not going to not tell them that the children of the rulers of Lacia are here.
Your
It
parents
wouldn't
are
hurt.
influential, so
Yeah.
use that influence.
Yeah, they're not.
My favorite
It's-
thing.
I wouldn't say they're rulers, but they are very important.
Very important.
Defenders.
People in charge of making sure that this country does not succumb to the onslaught of the Ethereans.
Yep.
All right, defenders.
Do you guys have any like?
Yeah, we still have those
yeah.
papers that we gave them. The guy handed it back in the chest. I'm sure we still have in the.
No, actually, he has those documents on file. We've got the note from our parents.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure the
never mind.
seal that it's closed with would be more than enough.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
I'm
there we
glad
go.
that-
And besides, I'm the favored son. Certainly they've heard of me.
Yeah, since you're the
course.
favorite son, you
Eye
must
roll.
be not a negative Nancy.
You'll
But
you'll
let your sister do all the talking, because she's better at it.
the bird to go over better than
Oh, never
you're
mind
all
then.
kind of blue and stuff.
We're all blue.
I'm blue. You just can't see it.
You're also a
Dubba.
bird,
blue feathers.
so you actually look more. Because from what we've heard, at least rumor-wise, these people are not necessarily human.
Maybe one will be a Tengu and I can steal his blood. I mean, ask for his blood.
I laugh at the not necessarily human comment.
Well, I mean, I'm not either. So, what
I'm
are
the
you?
most human out of all
Cycle.
y'all.
What is Cichael? Is he?
Okay.
human.
Well, let me prepare the map for you guys.
Just gonna point out, Zoo, you've got gills.
Yeah, but they're covered by my luscious long hair.
And she only has gills when she's underwater. I thought.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's got gills all the time.
Her neck
Well, what do I
just
have with my
hemorrhages.
camouflage power?
When you go underwater, you disappear.
Yeah. Basically.
No, I mean, what do I have? Like, I don't have gills or anything.
No, but when you go underwater, you disappear.
Okay.
You get Mystique skin.
Ooh.
Would you like me to splash some water on you?
Okay.
Yeah, please.
And you look like Rebecca Romaine.
I cast create water on top of Cichael, so he gets all wet.
Yay! Disappear.
Well, it's not a body of water, so you don't disappear. What is
Disappear
this
enough.
box we're in? Also, God, the shadows.
It's
Oh.
black.
Oh, everything's so black.
And it's time to disappear.
Oh yes. Belt it out.
Okay, let me tweak something here.
Looks like it's been hand sketched.
You look like you've been hand sketched.
Aw, thanks,
Aw.
babe. I
Paint
think that's a compliment.
me like one of your Asian women.
It's Mornky. I pet Mornky. Or actually, is Mornky out?
I don't know.
He should be.
I'm just giving you a token.
He is out. Murky's
So
out.
when he comes out of your body, is he all like slimy and shit? Or
Every time.
We'll
Yeah.
just make it. We'll just make it to where it's canon that when it happens, it's like a giant pus bubble.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys can organize that however you'd like. But as you get closer to the keep, it becomes more and more apparent that this place is really run down. You can see walls that are crumbling, you can see like towers that have just totally fallen down and probably aren't in use anymore.
as we approach, I step up to the front and I pull out my longsword and I hold it horizontally over my head. It's a
Okay.
It's our kind of like, hey, don't shoot a bunch of crossbows at me.
Yeah. Okay. You can also see that there's some holes in the walls that have been patched up with like woodwork. So they've like just kind of strapped logs together and put them against the stone walls and kind of like plastered them into place. So it's really kind of piecemealed together, but it does look like it's formidable enough. You know, like you probably couldn't charge this place on your own and take over. So as you approach, Savaric does this thing with his sword. Y'all look at him kind of funny. Under the wagon, I believe. Let me do this. There.
Oh, he's lying under the wagon. Like,
Sorry, the wagon wasn't there. Okay, there we go.
I look at Savaric and I'm like, do we need to be doing something too? Or like, what is this? What are you doing?
Well, you
You are getting in
or
and out.
whatever you're. Sorry, I've got some weird connection stuff going on tonight. I say you all should probably go ahead and not pull out your weapons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand on my back then. Or actually,
You hear this lady call down from the tower. Good to see you again, Savaric. Yep.
we can't see her.
Yeah.
You can't? Oh, she's in the tower.
On the edge.
Do I recognize the voice?
Oh,
Very
she's
cool
got
looking.
a cracked face. How sad.
A cracked face.
I think those are scars.
Cracked face. Love it.
One of your sons just like, oh, I'm gonna like turn into stone and crack real quick.
So yeah, Savaric, you recognize it as Thar.
Okay, I say, it's good to hear your voice, Thar. Sort of up at the tower since I can't really see her, I guess.
Yeah. She's like, who do you have with you here?
Friends, I guess I'd say. We have soldiers of the Lacian army.
Oh,
Good way.
We're friendly.
Very friendly.
you wait here, I'll fetch Joseph.
Probably a good idea.
Guys, we should hold out the monster heads so they know we're legit. Does anybody have a
Not yet.
gold chain I can hang this this serpent kitty from? It looks so baller.
Wait, do we have its whole corpse?
I think we just
Well, we cut the head off.
took his head.
Oh, okay. Because I had to leave right as the fight pretty much got, started.
So you see her climb down the tower and head off.
I see I'm hurt.
I acknowledge Yev
Actually,
as she comes. I nod my head in Yev's direction.
Okay. She nods back at you, and you can see that all three of them are holding crossbows. Let me turn off
I think
line
the
of sight.
barricades are kind of what.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, beautiful, much better.
So you can see.
I say to Kirrik, the guy, him on the left, I don't know.
That guy?
So I guess the way we're facing.
Yeah, you're left.
Oh. Okay.
I just sort of whisper to him.
Well, I am hiding behind the barricades, so.
I notice that Dipper is there, and I get just a little flustered. Not flustered, I guess. A little. I sort of shift a little bit.
Uncomfortable?
Like pretend not to look at her.
Yeah.
Ew,
Awkward.
Someone.
I think is the word you're looking for.
So you see the woman who called down to you earlier approach with a man following her. He looks a little older, and he's wrapped in furs, and he also has a pretty massive crystal hanging from his ear.
how massive we talking?
Pretty honkin'.
This guy looked like a cleric.
Big enough to be like a Mavura style stone, or
I don't know that.
really big?
Hint, hint is what he's saying.
Kryptonite.
Oh shit! No, I must stay away from the kryptonite. It's evil.
So you can see that all three of the people behind the barricades have crossbows drawn, and now Thar, this lady who I'm moving, has her sword drawn. But it's not like in a threatening way. She just has it out at her side.
Are the
Just in
crossbows
case.
drawn in a threatening way, or just like
The
they all-
crossbows are all aimed at you.
Not me.
I smack the end of my glaive kind of into the mud, and I put the sword back in my sheath on my back, and I step forward to Thar and Joseph, and I sort of look at Joseph a little bit and say, "You've lost weight."
Yeah.
Rude.
I don't even know how to. Okay.
Rude.
I just need a second. So Joseph, never being the one for humor, just keeps a pretty straight face and nods at your attempted compliment, and he says, "So, why is the Lacian military here?"
We've come to
Because
seek
pretty
your
soon
help.
the Etherian military is going to be here.
If they find us.
I found you. Whenever my memory was lost, I was able to come back here fairly easily. But regardless, we should probably talk in business inside. I will introduce my companions. This fine fellow to my right, Kirrik.
They
Of the
can't see him
mayor
where I
in the
am?
barricade.
He can see you.
Oh,
Oh.
I did a stealth check of 32 earlier.
Yeah, but you're standing right next to Savaric.
He'll be able to see you. You weren't in cover from Kirrik.
Well,
Or from
I
Savaric.
was using the barricade as cover.
Yeah, but not to Savaric. Like,
But
you.
did they see me up until that point?
No, Savaric is the one introducing you. He's standing there next to you. Like,
He
Oh,
basically
okay.
pulls you out of the barricade and be like, "This is my friend Kirrik." This bird thing.
Just pull you up by your back feathers.
Hello.
And behind him is Zanthem. The mares, you should all, you probably remember the name Joseph. Past them, Elithis, and
Greetings.
don't mind the monkey. And Cichael Mara
Hello.
of the Rube
Hi.
family.
Hey,
Hey kids, want to do drugs?
Hey, no.
y'all want to get high?
so you can see Joseph's face kind of wrinkle a little bit when the Mayer family is mentioned. And he looks everyone else over and seems kind of unthreatened by you. His presence is sort of belittling. You feel like he looks down on you.
This guy looked like a cleric while he's looking down at me.
No.
Damn.
Mhm.
Say, damn.
I nudge Cichael and be like, "For once, let's try to have some humility." I know it's
Hey,
not
man.
typically your style.
You know I'm the most humble of them all. I'm humbler than you. I'm humbler than anyone.
You're humble. You're more humble than a humble pie.
I shoot a
Yeah, which
sideways
sounds
glance down
delicious.
at Cichael. It I wouldn't say I'm doing an intimidate check, but
You are totally doing it.
You totally are.
I
Do
think
it.
you should.
Do it.
hang on just a second. I gotta find my sheet.
What do you do to counter an intimidate check?
I believe it is also sense motive.
Okay.
Okay.
Should everyone in the way of this glance also sense motive?
No. Oh wow. That's pretty reasonable.
I stand there and go, I'm not afraid of you, and a small little trickle of piss just runs right there.
Bottle that up for later.
Wow.
Oh god.
Okay.
You've done so many drugs, dude.
So, Joseph gives you a once-over again, and everyone around him is just kind of looking to him, so you can definitely tell he's the leader. They're all, like, waiting for any kind of order to leave his lips. And he says, well, if the mares are here, you're either desperate or here to arrest someone. And as you're outnumbered, I'm gonna go with desperate.
Oh,
How
come
did
on,
you
we hold off
know?
for us. Though I guess you would
I-
know that.
Only
I
mostly
sort of-
desperate.
Shake my head slowly. I'd say they are.
Well, if you would leave your weapons with my 3 guards here, my 3 trusted companions, I will see you inside. We can perhaps break bread together while we discuss whatever it is you're here for.
Hey, so I could leave them my weapons out of the scabbard, can't I?
You want to keep the scabbard?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. They might think you're a little weird.
Well, there's poison in it. Or should I not have mentioned that?
You're fine.
I'm curious, would they take Carmony's stem? Because, like, I basically walk everywhere with it. It's a walking stick.
Are you gonna ask someone?
Are they gonna try to take it from me? Like, it's a staff. It's just like a walking stick.
You shall not take this. I am the light bringer.
So these 3 move to kind of surround you guys. And they start taking any weapons that you hand them.
I give them my whip of spiders and my sling.
I walk up
Or whip of rats,
right
whatever
up
it is.
to dip her and kind of just look her straight in the eyes while undoing my scabbard from my back or whatever, and hand her my stuff. Just kind of not losing eye contact with her.
Why you? So she is flustered a little bit by you looking at her directly in the eye in front of total strangers, and she goes, you don't have to give up your weapons, Savaric. We're not worried about you."
I look over at Joseph for confirmation of that.
And he nods. He turns to walk
All
away.
the same, we've been traveling a long ways.
So you're just giving it to her because you're overburdened? Oh my god. That's amazing. So Joseph starts to walk away, and you hear him laugh a little bit because he overhears that. And so she just shoots you kind of a glare and says, "That's okay, I think you can carry it." But in sort of like a sassy way.
That's nice.
All right. I sling it back over my shoulder without, tying it around myself, and grab my glaive.
Okay.
Start walking in.
So everyone, has everyone given up their weapons willingly? Is anybody trying to sneak any?
Mhm.
I said, is everyone giving up their
I
weapons
think so.
willingly?
Keep
And
that now.
really
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
interesting.
Well, I mean, I gave them my billy clubs and I gave them Night Kiss and the fucking poker, but I mean, I do have weapons in my handy haversack, but I guess that wouldn't be entirely obvious considering it looks like a backpack.
It's true.
How would they know I have how would they know I have a 4-foot-long club in it?
That's true.
I give
Okay.
them my weapon. I tell them there's a sickle in the back of the wagon. Do you have a place where Blanchy can rest and possibly find some nourishment aside from the grass that he's currently eating?
You could tie him to a tree in the courtyard if you wanted. The man in the blue man behind you says.
It's not really the courtyard, but all right.
That's not the courtyard. That's over here.
I eye this cloaked gentleman whom I do not recognize, but I don't say anything.
He catches your glance briefly, and he just nods at you.
I want to sense motive on him. Or
Go ahead.
is there intuition or not like insight? Or
That'd be sense motive, yeah.
Okay, so wait. I'm gonna look and see if I can, like, do I see him checking out this guy? Like, studying him over, sensing him?
Yeah, you can see that Savaric is paying particular attention to this person
I'm also going to.
over everyone else. You think he's sincere in offering you a place to tie up your horse.
Cool.
Where can I tie up my monkey?
Is that
I
it?
motion for Monkey to jump on my shoulders. Let's see if he follows.
Well, I sense that you're a bit of a prankster, but if you're serious, we could always find a cage for him along with all the other monstrosities.
That won't be necessary. My young ward Elithis will take care of it.
Your ward?
Yeah.
Make Monkey stand
You
on
do
his
realize
head.
that, like, I look significantly older than you.
Yeah.
Like, I look like I could be your grandfather.
Exactly.
That might need a bluff check with it, actually.
God damn it. Come on, roll 20.
Roll to perform joke.
Well, I sense that the guy is. At least it's not a nat one.
It isn't a nat one.
Not a nat one. Yeah, I'm -2. Wow.
So he looks at Elithis and then looks back at you and just shakes his head.
Okay.
I
Totally
I mentioned to this stranger that I now trust with my heart. Yeah, he's a prankster.
He does. I do a lot of drugs.
I
Oh,
get.
we
that.
don't
Bluff.
need to say that, guys.
I
Come
got that
on.
impression.
Don't you tell him that I do
Unnecessary.
a lot of drugs?
Yeah,
He's probably
no.
doing drugs right now. Like it's in all fairness, like he's
I'm pretty
probably
sure they can
witnessing
tell
him
I'm
doing
high.
drugs.
I say don't mind the alchemist. He's good natured.
You say it exactly like that.
Yep.
How you have to say
Yeah,
it.
the
Otherwise, you have
rest
to
of
do a
it
bluff
too.
check.
Well, I suppose if you're traveling with Savaric, you must have some use, but you're fortunate that we don't mind
Oh, that
people
was so
partaking in
nice.
particularly unsavory pastimes here.
Sounds like my kind of people.
Gosh, no.
And,
What?
like, all three of the ladies kind of give the guy a glare.
Right. I'm whispering. We're trying to make ourselves look the best as possible. You're not helping.
I think I am helping.
No.
I think I'm helping.
No.
So far nobody has asked Elithus to relinquish his staff.
Well, I haven't handed over my bow and arrows yet either.
You haven't?
No, I haven't. I'm still holding on to them. I was about to say, hesitantly.
Well,
Yeah.
the lady with horns in front of you, is
She wanted to
having her hand out.
Because I care about
You
my...
cut out again, Tarpe.
Yeah, Darp.
Will you promise not to harm us?
You might be reacting to the fact that she's got horns and wings and a tail and shit.
Yeah, she looks kind of
Oh.
scary.
Have we perception checked her?
Nope.
No, we haven't.
I'm going to.
I noticed that Savaric was giving her the eyes, so I'm not gonna bother.
Okay. That's kind of a poor perception roll, but she's standing right in front of you, so you can see that...
21.
Right, I'm talking about Zanthem.
Oh, okay.
But both of you can see a woman standing in front of you who has very, like, sort of purplish gray flesh, and it almost looks a little harder than normal skin. She's got horns and a tail, and her fingers are sort of pointed, and she has legs that bend a little differently than you would expect.
So slightly backward, like
Yeah.
like with hooves, like a satyr.
Yep.
Okay.
Or a
Can I roll
succubus.
knowledge planes? I'm trying to figure out what I would roll to try to figure out what she is. See if I know what she is.
In general, a good default is knowledge nature, because then I can point you to the direction that you're wanting to know.
Okay. Knowledge nature.
Okay. You believe that she is at least partially natural, but that her lineage is probably from another plane. Okay. You know that she is a tiefling.
Oh.
And tieflings are half-demons.
Tiefling. I seem to recall that Tiefling is like the best race for an alchemist to roll to. I'm trying to remember why that is.
Demon stuff, bro.
I remember looking into tieflings too, and I forget why.
Oh, I guess I shouldn't read what I'm
No.
reading.
No, you can read it.
Well, no, you at this in 25, you would definitely know what a tiefling is. So go ahead and read up on tieflings and figure them out.
Simultaneously, more and less moral tieflings are the offspring of humans and fiends with otherworldly blood and traits to match. Tieflings are often shunned and despised out of reactionary fear. Most tieflings never know their fiendish sire, as the coupling that produced their curse ball. So they're half demon, basically.
Yep. And they usually
sorcery.
don't know one of their parents, usually.
Hopefully. If they want to turn out normal.
normal. I'm not sure that's an option for Tiefling.
You know what I mean. Mentally.
Yeah.
Well,
So Zanthem, do you relinquish your bow?
I give
sigh.
Zanthem a very firm stare, encouraging her to.
I sigh and hand it over very, very hesitantly.
She
Savaric and give him the eyes of, I hope you're right about this.
She grabs your bow and your quiver with a firm grip, and she gently yanks them out of your hands because you're kind of.
Because you gently yanks it.
She's like holding on to it a little. She's like handing it over, but she's holding on.
Remind her that we need their help and we need to follow their rules.
I plopped on
Yes.
mine on the ground next to Thorn and started following Joseph because I need to ask him a question.
But if we follow too much, it could be a problem. We could be getting ourselves in pigeonholed or whatever.
You're lawful, right? You would follow rules. if
I'm
they
the
were
one with
given
bird
to
puns
you.
around here.
I think you're fucking this up way more than I was. When you're getting on my case.
Okay, you know what? Shut up. All right, fine.
Okay.
So Diaper, she smiles at you.
What's her name?
Diaper.
Yeah. Dipur, I guess.
Oh,
I was saying Dipur.
okay.
Dipur.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that better.
I thought you meant like diaper.
Rather than what goes on the ass of a baby.
Yeah.
I was like, it's kind of it's sort of a boy named Sue version of a demon child's name.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Never knew your dad, so diapers will grow up.
Okay, so Dipur kind of smiles at Cichael at his comment to Zanthem, and takes all of your weapons, and she's got like she got the bow over her shoulder, and she's got swords and things in her other hand, and they're all carrying quite a few weapons at this point, none of which they're probably able to use at a moment's notice because they're carrying so many.
They're over encumbered.
So I'm following. Sorry, go ahead, Dom.
Just a question. Did they take like my bandolier so like I can't mix potions and shit? Or can't mix
Well, did you give up the bandolier?
I didn't explicitly say that I did. I don't know if they asked me to do it.
I would say that
Hanging on your chest
Dipur
is
would
always
ask you
potions.
to relinquish it, yeah.
Okay, then I'd give it to him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm tempted to do a sleight of hand and keep something, but I don't think I will.
You can try.
You should do it just to
Nah.
spice up the game. Come on, it's you.
No, but
Actually, it's more like Savaric.
I like how her character is lawful, but as a person, she's totally KO neutral because she's like, do it. Do it, do it.
oh, Zanthem.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I'm
actually,
trying to think of what.
you know what? Kirrik would steal it, do sleight of hand. That's his personality.
Yeah, I should have like given him.
I've already smuggled in very dangerous poison. It's fine.
Not to mention
Oh,
he's got a fucking bag of holding thing. Or, no. Handy haversack
It's
that's got
also
weapons
filled
in it.
with poison and weapons.
Yeah, I should have given him. God damn it! What is the name of that one?
Like, I don't know why you guys are so wanting to have like weapons
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
we're here
fuck
to
it.
ask
Yeah,
for
I'm
their
not doing
help.
it. I don't
Well,
think we
Splash
need it.
poison on someone's
No,
eyes.
I think
We're not
it's good
doing
to
it. We
have
could fuck it up way
something
worse.
because if we don't have anything and there's something does go awry, we can defend ourselves. Just
Yes.
naturally
It's true,
caring
yes.
about the whole team.
Yeah, if
Like,
only we had somebody with magic. Jeez.
That could
Yeah.
turn into giant
So,
animals. Oh,
there
wait,
you go.
do.
So I start following Joseph a little closely, probably
Too
to
closely.
his side a little bit.
Okay,
I don't know
yeah.
how reserved this man is.
So,
Anyway, I
I'll-
asked him a quick question.
yeah, that's fine. Kirrik, you flag down Joseph. The rest of you aren't able to keep up pace because you're handing over your weapons while this is happening.
You know, I just dropped all my shit on the ground except for the scabbards and started following him. So, don't suppose you folks have a cleric on hand, do you?
He stops walking and looks back over his shoulder. Why are you following me?
Yes, cleric, possibly Etherean. I know most of the clerics that are here are still Etherean, but
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
you did. I think he talked over you because you had cut out, and it sounded like you stopped talking. But you cut out at exactly a moment where it kind of sounded like you just stopped.
Yep.
Well, since the rest of my compatriots are obviously taking their sweet time giving up their weapons, I decided to come and ask you a little question in private. So more a yes or no question.
You're forward. I like that.
See, Zanthem, they like forwardness and boldness.
To a point, I'm certain.
Listen,
Don't suppose you have a cleric around?
What use would we have for a holy man?
Well, I have a pretty good use for him.
Really?
That's a story for another time.
Are you seeking worship?
Maybe when we're eating.
You want to bring up
oh my god, make that
completely
shit
as an aside
canon.
because none of us can actually hear you, but like, you want to bring up your deadly mutating disease to the sky that
While we're eating.
while we're eating.
That's
I
awful.
love that. I fucking love it.
Yes.
Don't
Fully
worry, you
support
guys.
this plan.
This guy can worry all he wants, but he probably won't worry, so I don't really care.
Yeah, he don't give a shit.
It's why I said it to No Neck outright, because he doesn't care. Well, I mean, I'm sure he kind of does, but it's not like his indecision is going to affect the party in any way in the future.
Well, we can discuss it over food, I am sure. I would say that the best bet you have is probably Claude. I know that he worships Iomade, but I wouldn't say that he's a cleric by any means.
I'll
Well,
laugh at that.
It's a chance.
By this
Where
point, have we
where's
caught
he
up?
located, by the way? Will
I
he be
haven't caught
with
up.
us at dinner, or?
I suppose we could have several others with us. I assumed that you wanted a more private gathering.
Well,
I
I
take-
assume we're asking for help from you folks. I figure we should at least meet the team.
They will follow
brother
my
makes
order.
Great sandwiches.
Oh, I'm not going to make sandwiches.
Seems like
Good.
you're really
I'm
the head
awful at making
honcho
friends.
here.
Take a
Yes,
closer look at his crystal.
I have certainly turned things around here, I think. And he
Turned
nods.
around how?
He nods at Savaric.
Can you give me any insight on the crystal? I'm staring at his ear area.
I cock an eyebrow at Savaric, like, wonder what he meant by that.
I'm sensing motive on him. I'm trying to see exactly what he's getting at, whether he's taking a jab or
He's pointing to the fact that you've been around to witness the changes he's put into place.
okay.
But it also might be a little jab because you're not happy with all of those.
Yeah.
No blood drinking.
Sir, I like your crystal. It looks very fascinating.
I'm gonna say that you guys haven't caught up quite yet, because this has only been a little bit, and Zanthem, you were the last person to give up your weapon, so you're definitely not here.
You're gonna be way back here. Monkeys on my shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys
Everyone else?
can see Kirrik and Joseph exchanging a word.
Hopefully no diplomacy rolls come up, because we all know what happens when I do that.
Don't be so negative.
Tim.
Zanthem.
It will be a
remember-
-2, actually.
Remember what I told you, no negative Nancy. You are the favorite son, you have to be positive.
That's right.
Exactly.
Zanthem, you gotta chill it out a little bit here, okay? We're trying to get these people's trust. We can't do anything that looks suspect, I say. And then I take a
Suspect?
huge bong rip. Huge ass bong rip.
Oh my god.
Suspicious.
Cichael's character
Oh,
is
yeah.
literally just to spite Zanthem. Like,
I'm glaring at him fiercely.
That's the game now.
spite
Watch
the
all
lawful
two
good.
dogs the game.
I'm going to walk over to the cloaked gentleman who took some of the group's weapons and say to him, "You I don't recognize."
Yeah, I suppose that we've missed each other every time. Hi, I'm Joseph.
Sounds sassy.
Just kidding. I'm Robert.
I like that.
Sorry, I got attacked by
Kisses!
the same person
He introduces himself as Robert and holds his hand out.
I sort of smile at that, and I say Savaric.
He shakes your hand.
When did you join?
Oh, I've been in the ranks a while, but I think we've missed each other every time there's been a gathering.
How convenient.
Fair enough. Who's around?
What was that?
I ask if he knows if Ovu is around.
Oh,
The character Ovu.
I think he's by the one of the fires. Last I saw him, at least.
I shake my head. Good to meet you, Robert, and I give him a slap on the shoulder.
Good to meet you as well.
Is he a younger looking guy, or I mean,
Yeah.
everybody kind of looks young to me, but
Yeah, he's probably in his mid-20s.
Kind of
He's in his mid-20s. He's
Okay.
human,
okay.
but he doesn't seem at all bothered by your strange appearance.
Well, yeah, I'm considering his bedfellows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I slap him on the shoulder, and I keep walking into the compound.
Okay. Let's finish up between Joseph and Kirrik. So he said we could discuss over dinner, and then he said not to worry about the other people here because they'll follow his order. Kirrik? Kirrik? Kirrik?
Oh no, my brother has died.
Kirrik! Jonas?
I said bio, I hit B.
Are you back now?
What happened? Yes, I'm back.
So I was trying to get back to the conversation between you and Joseph. He had just said not to worry about his compatriots because they'll follow his order. So to which you reply,
Oh, good. I only have to make friends with one person then.
he chuckles a little at that and says, yes, I suppose I would be a good friend to make.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
I'm the one with the shit internet here.
I don't know what's going on with it. It could be,
It might be your headset.
it could be. Let me swap that out real quick.
So,
Okay, I think we're good. So, at your comment, Kirrik, he chuckles a little bit and says, yes, I would be the one you would want to make friends with. And he says it sort of, like, kind of pompous, actually.
Damn, man.
It's really not
Your
your
headset.
headset.
It is not. Yeah. Zoo,
Your
can you
headset
poke him in the
sucks.
back?
yeah, I wish I could, but I'm stuck in Dodge. I see him on Skype though.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it's internet because the the broadcast software is able to talk to me just fine. It hears my microphone, so.
Maybe it's
Might be
it's
overloading
because you're
internet.
also on Skype.
Yep, I'm hanging up now.
So it's, yeah.
Love you, Zuzu, but you can talk here.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it must be in character.
So Joseph, he laughs at your comment, and he says, yes, I would be the one you would want to please. And he says it sort of pompously, like he's a little full of himself.
Skype is no more.
Fine. How's some exotic meat sound? For dinner. No,
You're gonna
not
entice
in
him
that
with your
way.
exotic meat?
Not in that way.
Oh my
I
god.
motion to my bag. Not my dick area. I
will
have to
entice him with
clarify
my-
for you sick bastard.
It
Just
keeps
assume I'm
coming.
gonna whip out a bird dick.
Oh my god. He He sort of raises an eyebrow at you and says, "What sort of exotic meats?"
Oh, monster meats, the best around. But we'll
Spotted
again
dick.
talk. No, we'll talk about that over our negotiations. But
So
really, it's more of a sign of good faith.
Since you weren't here when we killed the
Is the
snake
serpent
cat,
in my bag too?
probably, but
Okay.
it's rotting because Cichael blew it up with so much fire that it's like it was charred to the bone, and I cast.
It's fine. It's mallet space. The Hydra head probably still
Hydra
good.
head's probably still good, but like the serpapod is going to be like rotted flesh, not
That's
good
fine.
for eating.
That's just
It
more.
literally
It's
does
more
say
of a
on the
token of
spot.
good faith.
I wave my hand and
I
go, my
really
bad.
doubt-
Kind of.
Although I really doubt we're going to eat one of them. Although I'm not entirely sure if it's even good eating.
Anyways.
You seem to be the experts on that.
I can make it taste good.
Well, we have had our share of monster meats around here, but if you would consider yourself a cook, I will let you prepare the meal. And he slaps you on the shoulder and walks away.
This guy doesn't know I can make terrible sandwiches.
Fucking on.
See, look, everyone, making friends already.
I walk up to Kirrik. You better not poison his sandwich.
He hasn't done anything to earn the poison.
No, I'm just saying your like artistry on sandwiches is sometimes
Yeah,
hit or miss.
we didn't say you better not purposefully fuck up his poison sandwich. We said don't do it.
Wait, did he just saddle me with making the meal? Because I gotta say,
Yeah.
that's not gonna go well.
No,
He
that's
got
okay.
you.
I can help you.
You can make it taste like anything.
Yep.
Oh my
So,
god.
like, if I roll bad and like we taste it, it's just awful. We just make you fucking like make it taste like the best thing ever.
Don't worry,
Mhm.
Morty also has prestidigitation.
Prestigitation.
So
Sweet.
prestidigitation.
we
So we
can
have
make-
2 delicious sandwiches.
Now you can do prestidigitation multiple times with the gloves.
Yep.
Excellent.
I go through the side room and I spot Ovu at the fire, and I sort of burst through the entryway, like roar. I got my arms up, roaring like an attempt to kind of playfully scare him. You know.
Yep.
Sounds like I
I'm
can't go wrong
assuming
with
that we would
Monster
have
Hunter.
still followed Joseph, or because like he just
Looks like Joseph
teleported
has his
across
own
the
little
map.
house down.
No,
there.
Joseph wandered off.
I figure Savaric knows where he's going, so I'm just gonna follow him.
Well,
Ovu
I think in the time that you were talking to Joseph, you actually lost track of where Savaric went.
Okay, so I'm staring around, and are there any doors around here?
Yeah, like
Yep, there are. There's one right here.
Well, the thing, okay, so I'm gonna call you out on a DM here. We were just brought into the courtyard. Somebody would be with us and telling us where to fucking go.
So just standing aimlessly in the courtyard because we all rolled crap and can't see the doors.
Maybe that guy was just like, I'll let you guys make the sandwiches, and then he just sprinted the fuck away like as fast as he
Like
possibly
he
could.
had.
Well, again, you were all handing in your weapons during the time that Kirrik had this conversation. So you could choose to follow the people with weapons, but that would still leave Kirrik alone in the courtyard.
Yeah, well, the thing, like, they wouldn't leave us alone, is what I'm saying.
I agree with that, but if you hadn't placed your tokens over here, where they weren't... Anyway. Do you want to follow the people that had your weapons or not?
I would.
I think we
Run-
should
I would
follow
want-
That
where
seems
the
logical.
weapons go so we know where they're at, and if we need to, we can grab them.
I think what we meant to do was approach Kirrik as he was having this conversation with the guy. So everybody just walked away and like disappeared.
So
every time?
essentially what happened is you were all handing over your weapons. Kirrik dumped his on the ground and then went after Joseph and had a conversation with him while you guys were all standing around conversing with each other and handing your weapons over to Dapur.
And then we would have probably walked up to Kirrik after that. So.
Sure, but then they would
We
have...
saw Dapur go over there to the door.
Yes, you would have seen her go in...
There?
You would have seen her
She was
take
standing
this
south.
route.
Yeah. So let's follow Dapur.
Well, I didn't see that because I was talking to Joseph Soulful Cycle.
I'm like playfully trying to scare Ovu, and then I assume he kind of figures out that I'm not in fact aware.
You're
Just
cutting out.
left eye. Oh, damn it. I attempt to scare Ovu playfully.
Oh, you're pretending to be a bear.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I come around the corner and just trying to goose him, and yeah. How does he react to
I thought you
that?
said a bear.
Bear.
Yeah, you said werebear in the story you told me earlier, right?
Yeah, it was a werebear. That's
Yeah.
kind of like a thing we do.
Yep.
Like with him a little bit.
Oh, I like this.
So you come around the corner and roar at him, and a crossbow bolt shoots over your shoulder and hits the wall behind you.
Do I hear that?
I say, you're getting a little fast on that trigger, don't you think? And I assume at that point he realizes who I am.
Oh, you again.
I walk over to him and we do like a little Hercules kind of handshake, you know?
The bro hug.
Yeah. I ask him how he's been.
Pretty good, pretty good. How about yourself? I think it's been a couple moons since we saw each other last.
Yeah, at least. Vampires. We killed a flesh golem. It's been a busy few weeks.
A flesh
Oh,
golem?
sorry.
Yeah. It was gross. It smelled bad.
We're gonna talk about it over dinner.
Is that a bluff? Because I don't remember that happening.
I think
Did we
he's
not
talking
fight?
He's
about the
referring to-
alchemist
yeah.
creature.
No, the flesh, the thing that I guess we didn't fight it. We kind of controlled it.
That's a fire blood.
Oh, the blood golem, yeah.
Blood golem, yeah, whatever. That's what
Close enough.
Yeah.
You've been busy, brother.
A bit. I have some new friends too. I'm sure you'll be meeting them soon. I don't know if you heard any of the commotion at the entrance.
Yeah, I heard. And he like wrinkles his brow just a little bit, and it makes his scar look funny.
I don't laugh at Scar, because that was a terrible tragedy.
I just love the way you said that.
Immediately after goosing him about it.
Yep.
Savaric takes a moment to look at his scar and just silently contemplate the senselessness of life.
Yeah. The black infinity to which we will all go.
Oh my god.
So then I ask him how he's been, and we can just kind of devolve into general conversation. So
Yep.
we can do stuff.
Sure. So you guys come into that door that you saw Dipur and her companion walk through, and I guess Robert went through there as well. And you come to a room that looks pretty run down. There is cobblestone floor, but it's not well taken care of, and against the west wall, it's pretty broken. And it looks like pieces of stone have been moved away. You can tell that the back wall has also been patched up by some of the like log and not tar, but like mud, really, to seal it up against the stone. So this room's kind of hodgepodge together, and the roof, while the roof looks like it's been like kind of refinished and patched in a few places, you can tell it's still really run down and hasn't been done by any kind of professional carpenter.
I walk in and go, nice digs.
There's a man sitting on a kind of a bench facing the fireplace, keeping himself warm. He's dressed in pretty black-looking robes, but I guess they're more gray because they look a little aged. And he's rather strange-looking. He has tattoos all over his face, like he has just words written all over his body.
I wonder if that's the guy Joseph told me about. The Mr. Not So Much Cleric.
You could ask. And
What
you.
was that guy's name? It was
Look him over.
Fuck. What was that? Oh, okay.
I'm just looking at the guy.
His name was Claude.
Claude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know it's not this girl because Savaric was giving her the eyes.
Yeah, that's
And I doubt her name is Claude.
her name's Dapur.
Yeah.
But she is in here now, and she no longer has your weapons.
Neat trick. That was fast. So, I walk up to this guy. Oh, sorry, probably shouldn't come from behind him. From his peripheral vision.
Sure.
I ask him, I give him a little motion to get his attention. Say, "Are you Claude by any chance?"
When you walk up to him, his lips are moving like he's muttering something silently and just staring into the fire. He doesn't finish. He just keeps talking.
Well then.
So I guess you walk up and wave.
A little bit of a wave, yeah. Not like right in his face, just kind of a hello.
He looks at you and stops talking, and he said, "Who are you looking for?"
Claude.
Don't compare me to him.
Well then. Do you know where he is?
He begrudgingly motions over his shoulder to the door.
Thanks.
And Dapur is just sort of messing with a bedroll here. You think she might be gathering her personal effects.
I walk up to Dapur and ask when dinner might be.
She chuckles while she puts some things into her backpack, and she says, "Well, from what I hear, the Birdman is going to be cooking for us."
I shake my head. I'm like, I can't believe he volunteered to do that.
I'd say the word
should be said in
cooking is
character.
being used kind of liberally there.
Really?
Place meat on buns.
He makes sandwiches. I don't know if you can qualify him as a cook.
And honestly, I'm not sure you can actually call them sandwiches.
1 in 20 are good.
Well, then I suppose he would make a poor housewife, wouldn't he? And she says that and looks at Cichael.
I don't know what she's going for with that.
I'm pretty sure since you made the joke earlier about me being your,
Ward?
ward.
My young ward.
That would be the
So that's-
now she might be assuming that, you think of Kirrik as your housewife. That or, she wants you to be her housewife.
No, she's just making a joke.
Okay.
You would have to sense motive on that. Do it.
Okay. God damn it, come on, fucking roll 20. Do I successfully understand that as a joke?
Yeah, you can tell that she is making a joke because she recognizes that you're kind of the prankster in the group.
Yeah. He wouldn't be my first choice for housewife. I'm much more of a oh shit. Sorry, I'm kind of ad-libbing. I like a lady with a little more of an edge to it, and give her a wink. To her.
To it. Oh my god, good save. It could have been bad. Okay.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't have said to it. He would have just winked.
Yeah, I got it.
So she smiles and turns back towards Elithus and says, "So, I assume that you'll want a place to sleep."
A place to rest would be great.
And then,
Unless you want us to sleep in the wagon, which I'd prefer not to.
well, that seems foolish when we've got a perfectly good ceiling over our heads.
Exactly.
She points to the ridiculous patchwork above her head.
I might be able to help out with some of this.
I want to know if we have extra beds or if some of us are going to have to double up. And I give her another wink.
Bedrolls.
Shh, no bedrolls.
You're not in this room, shush.
Well,
Oh,
there
I'm carrying you.
there are certainly plenty of beds.
Not
up.
if someone were to burn them.
No fires allowed.
Good lord.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. That's fine.
You're a bit of a desperate one, aren't you?
Yeah, because he got fooled by
I'm
an
so
old lady.
lonely.
I'm so lonely.
I'm so lonely.
Fooled by a hag.
Mm-hmm.
A hag? Well, that'll be a very interesting dinner story.
It'll go well with
Yeah. There's a lot of
our
interesting stories
alchemical
with
abomination
Cichael.
dinner. Yeah.
Cichael has some interesting things happen to him. The issue with being a prankster.
It's true.
I can imagine, she says. And then she kind of has a long pause and says, "So, shall we?"
We
Do I
shall.
walk in on this brofest in the next room?
Well, I mean, the lady is definitely not a bro.
No.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would walk in and see a crossbow bolt, like, on the floor by the door, and, Savaric and this guy are hugging.
Didn't know he swing that way.
He's a few hundred years old. At a certain age, you stop swinging in one way and start just swinging.
Yeah. I look at Kirrik when he says that, and I look at Ovu and I said, "How do you feel about chicken for dinner?"
Joke's on you, I'm not a chicken.
I think that sounds delicious, brother.
Catch me if you can. And I walk out of the booth.
Would you say the meat is blue?
It is.
It's a deep blue, and if you singe it a little, it takes on a wonderful purple luster.
Oh
By
my.
the way, I get real close to him and I whisper, "I don't think you want tainted meat." And I walk up.
And I just say taint. Under my breath.
Not much of a sense of humor on that one.
For a rogue, no. He's been in a very foul mood recently. Probably had something to do with those mutants.
Mutants?
Ever since catching that uncurable disease, he's been a real downer.
So he begins questioning you about the mutants thing, because he can tell that you let that slip.
Ooh, it's a long story, and I don't know if I want to tell it twice. I give him kind of a look that we'll talk about it at dinner.
We'll tell him at dinner.
Fucking
Yeah.
Bobcat Bjork over there, like, yeah,
Tip me to your homework.
If I make noises, they won't look weird that I'm not talking.
Okay. So he seems to accept that explanation. Well, that response, and he says, "Okay, you want to talk to Joseph about it first. I can tell. I won't ask any more questions."
So,
Yeah.
I walk past Robert. I guess I don't know him as Robert, but obviously I would be pointed to Claude if he was in the courtyard with us during that little chat. I walk up to the table and I motion to sit with these two gentlemen here. Gentlemen? That's an elf, isn't it?
No. You walk up to the table after, crossing from grass to cobblestone and finally being back under roof. And you come to a table that has a man in his middle years, like he's probably 45 or so, and he is kind of hunched over and is eating what might be oatmeal. You can't really tell. and across from him is a man reading, or not. There's a man wearing a lot of red, but he's very short. Very, very short. He's pretty small in stature. Like he's essentially child-sized.
Well, isn't Kirrik like 4 foot something?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but he's a little shorter
like
than
your
that.
size.
He's like
Yeah.
3 foot. Yeah.
I forget
And
what
this is the red guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can see that he's got a few markings on him that look like on his armor and on his robes and such. He has the sigil of Iomade.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I would know that though. I mean,
One of us would, but that person is not in the room.
I do have.
I would think
knowledge
at this
of
point you would
religion.
recognize the religion of your enemy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I'm pretty sure
So,
14 would give you the knowledge to know Iomade symbols.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was a worshiper of Iomade.
Yep. He's got a
So,
book. He's got a book strapped to his shoulder, and he has a sword on his back.
All right. I motion to sit at the table with him. As in, may I?
The middle-aged man just kind of glares at you for a second, like gives you an eye, a once-over, and then goes back to eating. And the short guy, just says, "Sure, have a seat."
Cool. So I sit down and I turn to him and say, "You wouldn't happen to be Claude, would you?"
He smirks and says, "Why, yes. Yes, I would."
Well then, don't suppose you have any experience in the healing school?
I can't say there's a whole lot I can do for you there if you require healing.
Hmm.
The nearest chapel would be Unstar.
And that is far away. Well, I guess that answers my question for now then. Guess I'll see you at dinner. Apparently, I'm cooking.
I've heard.
Nice to meet you, Kirrik Marin. I
Word
shake his
travels really fast that
Really
he's cooking,
quickly.
since
Like
the only person who knows he's
instantaneous
cooking
hive mind.
ran off to his room.
I love the idea that he's like, well, I'll see
Like-
you for dinner, and then he's just like, just fucking sprinted away as fast as he possibly could.
Into his room, and then everyone knows that Kirrik.
Actually, I asked Claude, who is on cooking duty today?
That's better. Well, typically we just eat from the rations. We don't really cook much. Unless you consider warming oatmeal over a fire.
That won't do. And I'm gonna... Wait, where's your kitchen? If you have one.
Kitchen? He sort of scoffs at you. We've got kettles. There's no kitchen. Have you now? Are you would you say that you are a renowned chef? Because we could use one in our ranks.
I keep laughing as I walk away.
Well played.
Kirrik will not explain himself.
The laughter explains it plenty.
So I'm assuming
I
that
don't
we're
think
fine
Joseph knows
to
what he's
tour
doing.
at this point. While all that's going on.
Yes. She leads you over to this building. Well, I guess it's actually a column. But there's a wood door here that looks like it's been kind of attached after the fact. Like it wasn't originally part of the structure. So there's a lot of gaps and stuff. So it's just sort of a cover. It's more like a bathroom stall door than it is an actual door.
Not a very private door.
No. But it's enough to keep, your critters out. Most of them, anyway. So this will be your quarters for now. It's not much, but there's enough beds, I think, for your party. And if not, we could always kill one of you.
I would definitely prefer it if you didn't kill us, but I'm sure that we could sleep elsewhere if there aren't enough beds.
Well, I say beds, but they're really more like cots.
We've slept on the ground for the last few days. I think we'll be plenty fine with these. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. She seems surprised that you're thanking her at all.
Wait. Do I notice her surprise? Damn it.
Yeah, it's fairly obvious.
No. You seem surprised.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm used to courtesy.
Well, we're here to ask for your help. The least we can do is be courteous.
Yes, I suppose groveling is helpful.
I don't recall groveling, but if it is necessary, we may have resort to that.
We have a suitable member of the party that can do that. Cichael, come here. Clap.
Cycle groveling. No, there's a site.
God damn, no way is that ever happening. I had to glare at you to be humble, and that didn't work until Savaric glared at you even harder.
It's true.
Shot him a hard G.
Okay. So she shows you that room. I assume everyone follows. I don't know if you pay any more attention to the guy by the fireplace that Kirrik talked to briefly and got hissed at by. Yep.
This lady seems nicer.
Yeah, he doesn't seem friendly at all. And I don't think... Savaric, you wouldn't have recognized him when you passed him, but maybe you were so intent on finding Ovu that you didn't pay attention.
I saw him, but he was turned facing the fire, and he didn't look like Ovu, so I didn't really consider him very much.
Fair enough. Okay, so where are we going from here?
Well, would everyone be in the room with me?
I guess so, yeah. I mean...
You wanna open the door?
Oh, can you not walk in there?
Nope.
Ha ha ha, that's funny. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that. Let's go lighting layer, and I'll move the door. Because I actually have the forethought of creating doors. You can move in now.
Yay. Cool. Well... So, I guess everyone didn't follow me? I'm confused. What's going on? There's so much stuff happening, it's very confusing.
Yep.
Anyway,
So, I guess she leads Elithis off to go see where you guys are going to be sleeping. Is anyone following?
I'll follow.
I'll follow.
They'll show me.
In this room. Over here.
My roll 20's been super laggy.
Yeah, I think we're having a little bit of some...
Zanthem, why are you all the way down there? How'd you get down there?
I went the wrong direction. I got lost.
I'm meeting people. I'm being sociable.
Yep, yeah, you are.
Sounds overrated.
Why?
I see that Zanthem is confused, and I holler over at her to come meet my friend Ovu.
Oh, okay. I go.
Okay. So Elithis and Cichael, you guys are in the room. The roof here actually is still stonework, and it doesn't seem to have any holes in it. So
the doors don't seem like they fit the frames.
Correct.
Has Depor left, or did she like come here and is just like sitting outside?
So she opens the door for you and like ushers you in, and then when you step inside, she closes the door behind you and heads off.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna fix these doors real quick. I'm gonna cast Sword Shape on them and make them fit the frames.
Most OCD druid ever. This is the
Well,
fucking
no, so-
Pathfinder version of straightening like picture frames.
Well, here's the thing. So like they're kind of like half shoveled in, and they don't really offer privacy. I am now giving us a room that has privacy.
Ah, good thinking.
So I've reshaped these doors so that they fit their frames, and we have a private room.
They fit a lot better, yeah, but there's still a little bit of a gap because the hinges aren't really meant to be here in this stone. So there's a gap between the door itself and the
Gotcha.
stonework for the hinge to sit there.
They were just inexpertly installed.
Definitely.
I can't fix that, but they at least look nicer, and maybe these people like our improvements.
At least they go all the way to the top, to the ceiling and the floor now.
And who knows? They might notice that we're making improvements on their
Well, I
on
think,
abode.
if I recall correctly, the mayor letter actually mentions offering them masonry and carpentry.
I mean, I can do masonry and carpentry. It just takes me very, 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 very many days.
Right. But I think it was part of the negotiation offerings, if I recall correctly, that they would offer them help in rebuilding this fortress so they could actually use it
As a fortress.
yeah, as a fortress instead of just some stone walls that are convenient to hide behind.
That's quite an offer.
I think so.
Seems reasonable if they can help us.
Well, and part of it is like the Masons are already out in force building walls around cities to keep them safe, particularly ones that haven't been fortified yet. So it's really not out of the question to move some of those resources.
I ask Elephas if he thinks maybe we want to go check out what the others are doing in that next room from where we were just at.
I agree.
How long does wood shape take?
How long does it take?
Yeah.
Yeesh, 1 second. I think it's near instant.
So the door just goes and becomes what you want?
Duration, instantaneous. One touch of...
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I
Wood
imagined
shapes.
you shaping it more like clay, so you were actually crafting it.
I think it's more like I touch it and it shapes to my will.
That's pretty sweet.
Because it is a type of transmutation.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump back over to Zanthem, because she's interacting with Ovu now.
Yeah, we go back over here.
Okay, let me think. So, Zanthem, you walk up, and Savaric, I guess you're introducing her?
Yeah. I tell her, this is my friend. What does Ovu? Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I had my mic boom up and didn't realize it. What weapon does Ovu like? What's he good with? I want to compliment his skill in order.
I think he prefers a long axe.
This is my friend Ovu, finest axeman you'll ever see. Man can chop a tree down in one lick.
Ah, nice to meet you, sir.
If only it had the same effect on bears. I believe I know a mayor when I see one. How are you, young lady?
I am doing quite well. And you, sir?
Well enough under the circumstances.
Ah.
You, while you're talking to him, you notice that the entire left side of his face is just like one big scratch, like one big scar.
Ew.
He's not a very pretty sight.
Notice the pointy ears.
He has very
Yes,
pointy
I
ears.
do.
And scars. Really sad ones. That one looks like a frowny face.
Take a closer look at the scars.
Okay. Okay.
Just taking a closer look.
Alright. So I guess you're studying his face while he's talking to you.
Yep.
Appraise it.
Appraise it. Oh my.
Uh,
And you can see it looks like a set of probably, we'll say 4 claw marks that run from about middle of his forehead down past his eye, which isn't there anymore. It's kind of closed up and scarred over, and then down the side of his cheek. And it doesn't look like he's made any attempts to hide it or make it look better. It's very pink and raw and very just filled with scar tissue. You can tell he's had it for quite a long time. It's not something that happened recently.
I'm very mesmerized by your scar. I'm sure there's a great story behind it.
Oh, this old thing?
Yeah.
I would say this is Savaric's gift to me.
Oh my! I gave Savaric a gift too.
I turn around and kind of pull my my pants a little bit to show the arrow-shaped scar in my ass.
wow.
Well, I can see that you got your due diligence then.
I say that she's a very deadly archer when she hits.
You mean she didn't mean to hit?
I hope not.
No.
Making me
of
look
course
more
not.
like a donkey was not really high on the agenda at that point.
So you could say she's a very deadly archer when she misses.
And when she misses as well.
I wish I could have been there to see that.
I look over here. What were we fighting again? The spiders?
I believe so. Yeah.
Whole pack of spiders.
They're pretty fierce.
And I've never seen so many. I thought there was an entire company of archers behind me. I swing my glaive and suddenly 6 arrows come whizzing at me. Definitely one found me. The rest, the spiders didn't fare very well.
That sounds like quite a feat.
Thank you. I do though feel very bad for accidentally hitting Savaric.
Oh, don't. He needed a few scars on that gorgeous ass.
I like this guy.
I think at this point, me and Cichael might at least be in the room.
Yeah, you're coming into the room now. In fact, I think you walk in on the gorgeous ass comment.
I
Yes.
walk up to Savaric and I was like, so who's this friend of yours? Because apparently you guys have some history with your asses.
Ovu, these are my friends Elithus and Cichael, and that's Mornke.
Mornke.
Don't ask about the
Mornke.
Mornke. I can't even describe what brought that creature into being.
Monkey
Suffice
runs
to
over to you
say-
and jumps on your shoulder.
Ah! And I kind of like juggle him. It's like trying to get him off. He's like fucking around with my hair and shit.
Okay, he runs back.
I noticed the pointy ears on Ovu and I'm like, are you an elf?
He.
Just having that be his whole response.
Sorry, come again.
The room kind of falls silent at that question, and he says, let's just say I'm not sure. And then he punches Savaric's shoulder to try to get the mood back to something silly.
Damn, sore subject.
Seriously, essentially, since I'm an elf and actually look like an elf, you'd think that he'd be less sore, but okay.
I like drop my sword and glaive, and I kind of like smack my chest. I'm like, "Come at me, bro!"
Oh my god!
Playfully, like challenging him to fight.
He puts his axe down, and I guess he attempts to grapple you.
All right.
I take a step back from the action that I see, and
He rolls in that one.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Step out of the way and he
Um,
smacks his blind eye against the wall.
I think he actually tumbles into the fire. Yeah.
Oh my god. Get him
Oh,
out!
Hydro pump.
I cast.
can I do like a?
I cast hydraulic
Can I do
push
like
and
a say?
push him out of the fire.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry, I missed what happened. I fucking focused on something for 2 seconds. I come back and someone tumbled into a fire.
yep.
What happened?
Somebody tumbled into a fire.
Zuzu pushed him.
What?
Oh,
No way.
Mm-hmm.
sis, come on now.
I did not.
I look at
did
it as
not.
like, yeah, I saw the whole damn
Darpik,
thing.
bluff check.
I'm the DM. I rolled a nat 20. No, Ovu was going to grapple with Savaric because they're just goofing around, and he rolled a nat 1 and tripped and fell into the fire. So now basically everyone's thinking of how they're going to react to Ovu face planting into a bonfire.
About any other party, everyone laughs and takes videos on their phone. Wait, on phones.
World Store!
So I think
Yes.
Elithis is wanting to hydraulic push immediately.
Well, okay, we should probably figure out who would take the action first. Like, I guess it would
I
be.
mean, since I'm the one in the
Yeah,
Fire
quote
roll
unquote
initiative.
combat with him,
I think initiative works for that.
can I grapple him back just to like catch him?
You can reposition him, yeah.
Okay.
Does fire have to roll initiative?
The fire wouldn't.
No, I want initiative from Elithis and Savaric. I think that'll be helpful.
Un momento.
Since Savaric is grappling with him and I'm in a position. Ooh.
Oh wow, tiebreaker.
So I would-
2105, yep.
Okay.
So he trips and starts falling into the fire, and immediately, Savaric, over your left shoulder, a jet of water comes streaming out. And Ovu gets pushed out of the fireplace. Or not out of the fireplace, but out of the bonfire. He lands backward. He lands backward with a thud. No, it doesn't douse the fire. I mean, part of it, maybe the corner. But it mostly hits Ovu right in the face, and instead of falling into the fire, he falls directly backward onto his butt, and now he's just soaking wet.
I apologize to him, but
I laugh at that and I say, "Danger zone, man!" And I reach down to kind of, lift him up off the ground.
Only kind of, though.
Yeah, just kind of. Like I might drop him on his ass. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be nice.
He links arms with you and stands back up. He's like, well, I guess that'll show me.
Who's hungry?
Awkward. I know I'm still in an incredible amount of pain. Because did I tell you did you notice that I got attacked by a did I tell you I got attacked by a serpapard? Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those in like 5 years.
Well, that's what it does, and I show him all these like
Gonna be another
oozing
5 probably.
wounds.
Wow. Well, those are dressed up pretty well.
It hurts. My life is full of pain.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Michael.
Your moneymaker is still just fine.
I didn't catch that, Walker.
Don't you have something that'll take away his pain?
I'm screaming on the inside.
Savrix?
Yeah, this is like, because this is the first time that he's mentioned that, like, we've seen the wounds, but this is the first time he's actually said, I'm in pain.
Why would you think I would have something to
He
take
said
that
"Lubba
away?
Lubba Dub Dub" when he showed up.
Polypurpose.
Yeah.
Polypurpose isn't.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought you meant, like, cure light wounds or something. I was
No, like
it
we
won't work
can't
on
we
him.
can't heal him, but like we can prevent him from being hurt, feeling
Oh,
pain.
yeah. Well, actually, Savaric, I was thinking maybe I could interest you in getting high.
You don't want to get high?
Want to get high? It has anesthetizing properties. Let me whip you up a brew of some polypurpose panettone.
I kind of consider it for a second, and I'm like, I'm going to take you up on that. Think we should probably talk with Joseph first, though? It might make our case a little bit stronger, not being 420 blaze it. And I say whatever the medieval equivalent is of 420 blaze it.
Whatever the medieval equivalent.
Light up!
I like that.
The old.
High noon immolated.
I walk over to Ovu and try to
like
help
that.
him dry off.
High noon and immolated.
Wow. That's actually pretty good. That took me a second, but
That's fantastic.
What does Yev think of all this? Is Yev just kind of just standing there watching us be a bunch of dicks?
yeah, she's sitting on like a barrel and just sort of watching you silently.
What is she, by the way?
Oh no.
She's a Terminator-esque eye.
She's
Looking at
related to that guy from Mortal Kombat.
Kano.
Okay. So, Elithus, you finally noticing Yev sitting quietly behind you all and observing, like she tends to do. You can see that she's rather short in stature. She's probably 3 or 4 feet tall. Yeah. And she's got a pretty, like, it looks like stone. Like half of her face looks like it's stone, and her eye looks like it might be some sort of gemstone, and it's softly glowing. You're not sure if she can see out of that eye, but it definitely looks like something happened to her.
Does she look human otherwise?
Beyond that, she looks humanoid, yes.
Knowledge nature.
You believe that she might be a dwarf.
Okay.
But as far as her face goes,
Fuck.
you're not sure that it's natural. In fact, you have an inkling that it probably isn't.
I look at Ovu and what's her name again?
Yev.
Yev. I look at Ovu and I look at Yev, and like everyone in this room has their face screwed up, and I'm just like thinking to myself, what on earth happens to these people's faces?
Well, Ovu's is rather simple. He just got attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't there for the story, so I don't know it. I am curious though. So everything that I've looked up on like scars and healing scars is up to the DM. So it's like, is there any amount of magic that would I be able to offer that would help to cure his scars?
No.
Oh no, man, those are trophies.
Battle wounds.
Well, I
No.
mean, it's causing him to lose sight in one eye, so it's like that's why I asked.
I would say that if he could have been healed, he would have been already.
Okay.
But as far as Yev goes, Cichael with Knowledge Arcana, I'll tell you that it looks like she narrowly escaped the effects of a gaze spell, or a gaze effect, that would have turned her to stone.
I love these characters. They have so much more depth. They have like backstories and shit.
I've worked a little bit on them.
No, not that
He
the
just
other
made Garp
characters
feel
don't,
fuzzy
but like
inside.
they just have stuff like you can suss it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I kind of I guess I can't really whisper that to them.
You can.
But I will share it with them at the next.
Yeah, you can log it for later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
Ready in action, gossip.
Yeah.
I look over at Savaric, Zanthem, and Cichael and be like, we should probably go find Kirrik before he starts. And then I do the like
What, cooking?
double quotes like in the air, cooking.
Ah, good point.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go talk to him. You guys can go do that. I'll meet you up there.
Sounds
Well,
good.
I've been waiting to go into this little room here to see who the hell these people are.
It's nice
So
to meet you,
all set?
Ovu.
I'll introduce myself. My name's Elithus. Nice to meet you.
I am fairly certain that I would hear that and correct you.
I mean Cichael.
Sorry, I'm a little high. You know, it's afternoon and everything.
Listen,
It's, you know,
we
daylight.
killed a
The sun's
serpapod
up.
thing this morning. Yeah, it's a day that ends in Y. A little bit high right now. My name is Savaric. I mean, shit.
This is great.
I'm gonna ask Ovu. While you collect yourself, I'm gonna ask Ovu if he wants to, step inside and go about business and talk with people.
Go about business.
It's business.
He just complimented your butt, and now you're like, let's get down.
Be right back.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Business time.
so Cichael, you introduce yourself.
Introduce myself. I'm Cichael Mara. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is this your language? I guess she does have kind of a Terminator-esque looking face. Let's see. I think I have
Just walk
notes
up and
on
start
her.
making beep boop sounds.
That's horrible.
That'd be so
I know.
insulting.
I know.
Copper Brewster.
It wouldn't make any sense. Robots don't exist in this universe.
They do actually. There can be clockwork.
Yeah, but no, not the beep boop kind.
Yeah, it'd be more of the whir click kind.
Yeah.
Okay. So you introduce yourself, and she says,
I'm a cybernetic organism.
"God damn it."
Living tissue of a metal skeleton.
I hate you guys. You make this so hard for me sometimes.
Oh,
Send back in
I know
time
the feeling.
to kill.
I know the feeling.
I'm gonna accidentally give her a fucking. I'm gonna accidentally give her that accent now. It's gonna be horrible.
No, I am not shitting on you.
It's not a tumor.
What's wrong with your eye? It's not a tumor.
I mean, she's a dwarf. She could totally have like a Russian or a German accent without.
Let me pull up the things that Tanner wrote about
Don't worry
Yev.
about it too much. I was just gonna have a conversation about what beast she got that eye injury from. out of curiosity.
Right. I am currently looking up the story between Savaric and her, so I can get a better idea of how to play this. Oh, good. I'm playing it right. Cool. So she kind of looks at you for a moment while the others walk away, and doesn't really say anything. There's like an awkward pause before she says, "I am Yev."
She says, "I'm Yev."
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I pulled my hand out to shake her hand.
She takes.
Hold it out of where?
That's awful.
Straight out of my pants.
Probably Mornke's ass, if we're being honest.
Aw, that's come on.
What?
That's
He
where the panic
That's only special nighttime.
he merges with your body.
Yeah, but I don't have my
If
hand up his
anyone,
ass.
if anyone in our group was into bestiality, it would not be Cichael.
Fair enough.
Like a puppet.
It would either be me or Kirrik. One, he's a bird. Two, I'm a druid.
I guess I just sort of imagined you being really high one time and like merging Mornke with your hands so that you have a monkey hand.
Oh my
It's monkey
God.
fist.
That's
That's
gotta
a
happen.
real disease. Monkey fist,
Oh,
right?
dude, monkey fist. Oh, dude, I should have morphed him with my face, but like, yeah, see, we both got fucked up.
That'd be so weird.
I know.
I'm totally gonna monkey face this test tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, back on track. Sorry. So she does shake your hand, and you didn't really say anything else after that, did you? You just shook her hand.
Yeah, I shook her hand and I said, "So, how long have you been with this group of people? This group of monster hunters? Looks like you've been with him for at least a little while, and I gesture to her eye.
She she nods at that and says, "Yeah, most of my life."
Most of your life? You were, what, here since you were a child?
Since I was very young, yeah.
I was wondering how you got that, condition.
Well, I wouldn't really say that I remember, but I'm told that it was a creature with many serpents on her head.
Ooh.
It's a Gorgon! I yell from
Can I acknowledge that?
Yeah, you can.
It would totally not be nature.
It's not nature,
No.
it's magical.
Oh. Oh, okay. Shit. It's not much better. God, that was a 2.
It's a Gorgonopsis.
That's a 2?
Yeah. I have
Holy
16 Arcana.
That's
A
funny.
shitload of Arcana.
I'd say that's good enough for you to be aware of what that is, because I would say that's something that fits in the story and song
Yeah.
pretty often.
Right.
So, from a song that you heard in a bar one time, you're pretty sure she's talking about a Gorgon, but you didn't necessarily think they existed.
Oh. A Gorgon. So those things are real.
I would say so, yes.
Hmm.
And
Well,
she kind of rubs her hand along her face.
I've got a pretty bad wound of my own, and I roll up my sleeve and I show her a little teeny tiny scar.
That took like 3 mommy kisses to fix.
Oh my
Got
god.
myself a rabid outdoor cat. It was a calico.
It's true that Cichael has never really been seriously hurt this entire campaign.
It's true.
The worst was, I think, when I got uppercut by that abomination thing trying to roll up some stairs.
Yeah, he usually just gets, like, mind altered.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
He
his
might not
character.
be physically
Very
wounded,
I
but he is.
get CC'd.
Oh,
He gets
He
fucked
is
up in the
psycho.
head way more than everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
gonna have-
actually, that's true.
Mm.
Well, does it offer? Is it at all painful to you? I could offer you some anesthesia.
I have not felt that side of my face since I was a child.
Okay, guess you're all good then.
How
Well, I
about
guess
we? It's like, did I forget to mention? It also makes you feel stuff.
I could also offer you the other purposes of my polypurpose panacea. There's hallucinations. There's just a pleasant, relaxed feeling. And some other stuff we don't really need to get into, but mostly those.
I prefer to keep
Mostly the date stuff.
I prefer to keep a level head if you don't mind, and you would probably be better served not attempting to alter anyone's favor with your medications.
Sounds. I appreciate the warning. I'll keep it on the DL.
I feel
We're
like
spiking
some
this
kid in high
food.
school's gotten that
All right,
same
go get sandwiches.
recommendation.
What?
I said I feel like some kid in high school's been offered that exact same advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't try to curry favor with your medications.
Blarney.
Don't sell your Ritalin,
Adderall.
even though it's worth a lot. They're both worth a lot.
Yes, they are.
So, this store's closed, I noticed. Is this area off limits?
No. Would you like it to be open?
I'll knock on the door to make sure that I'm not interrupting any kind of business time in there or something. I don't know what goes on here.
It's business. It's business time.
Come on, everybody, I'll tell you it's business time.
I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time. Ooh.
Making love for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes in heaven's better than 1 minute in heaven.
A shaker, shaker, a shaker.
I'm so glad you guys know that.
Wow.
I knew you were my friends for a reason.
That's
So-
not part of the foreplay, but that's very important.
So you crack open the door, and inside you see what looks like might be another tiefling, and a man with fairly long ears who is pretty tall and has very long blonde hair.
You just knocked on the door. What are you trying to stealth for?
Oh, I thought he. Oh, yeah, you did knock on the door. You didn't just open it. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I did.
Whoops.
Because I didn't want to interrupt business time, right?
Yeah.
But then you're
So-
saying, like, I'm opening the door, like, I have to hide.
So you knock on the door, and you hear someone holler from inside, come in? Like it's a question. Like, people don't normally knock on that door.
I open the door and enter. Hello.
And inside you see two people matching the description I gave you earlier.
Alright. Tiefling and tall blonde hair.
Yep.
Gotcha. Like, I have no doubt you've already heard of our arrival. My name's Kirrik.
Yes.
Okay. So, the next question. Do you have any sort of cooking implements? Apparently, I am to cook.
You could potentially fetch some things from the cellar, but we don't have much. Normally we just warm things up over the bonfire.
That is what I hear. That ends today. Well, at least just today, but today. Unless it
Oh.
ends horribly.
You're going to conjure us a wooden stove.
Conjure. It's like, is this the basement? The cellar?
That one actually goes to the roof.
Is that the cellar?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Is there, hold on.
Oh,
Is
wait,
there a door here?
I've heard of you. Did the Savaric come with you?
Yeah, he's around.
Good.
He's in the middle of negotiations with a friend.
I believe I owe that chap some money, if you would like to send for him.
I'm sure he'll enjoy money. I lean out the door and I yell for Savaric. Apparently someone needs you in here.
I shout across the room, what's it look like?
Was it the tall blonde guy?
Yeah.
Tallish man, blonde hair.
Where did everything go?
I ate it. Nom, 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 nom.
Actually,
Sorry,
no, I
hang
don't
on
say
just a
that. I
second.
don't say that. I say it looks like he wants to give you some money.
I'm even more suspicious of that.
You had a contract with someone here.
I know. I'm kind of busting Kirik's balls. Disappear, or am I the only one experiencing that? No, I like see the characters and everything, but the background's gone.
Might need to
Weird.
I see the background.
Hang on just a second. Let me get out and get back in.
Dat F5 though.
I excuse myself from Ovu and Robert, and go into the room.
Okay.
Maybe.
Eventually. When I'm able to move my legs.
That's better. Doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo. Wah!
Oh wow. You just sprint across that dining room.
Yep. It kind of scares Zanthem on the way.
I had no idea he could move that fast.
You can kind of tell that Savaric is coming out of his shell a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. I notice Kataos first, and I give her sort of an exaggerated bow, and then I notice Aiko there, and kind of stiffen up a little bit. Aiko, good to see you as well.
Good to see you. Do you have what I asked for?
Do I?
You strapped it. Is it the vampire head?
I think I got some of the teeth, didn't I?
You got the head.
You chopped the whole head
I
off.
got the head.
Yeah. As I recall, you're carrying the head around your belt.
Yeah, I
For
remember that.
weeks
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it has been ripening up a storm. We don't want to say anything though, because I guess do you.
I imagine these guys aren't too bothered by it, but
No, they're not.
I kind of like pull up on my belt a little bit and show them the sort of nasty-looking head with this gaping fang tooth maw on it.
Very good. He tosses you a bag of gold.
Okay. Where should I put this? Do you want it?
On the table is fine.
I unceremoniously pull it off the hook on my belt and just kind of pop it on the table and give it a pat on the head.
Pleasure doing business with you, Savaric.
Yeah.
It's good to see that you still haven't lost your touch.
Anyway, best be going.
Did you outline a relationship with him?
With Aiko, I said that I do not trust him, full stop.
Ah, right.
And I give Kataos, I say, adieu, my lady, adieu. And
Got a thing for the horny women.
Says, see you later, Savaric. Maybe we could hit the training yard later.
maybe when I'm not bleeding.
It hasn't stopped you before.
Is that a period joke? I just want to clear that. Is it a period joke?
No. Unless the implication is that you have a period.
That was the implication.
No, that wasn't what he meant. What she meant.
I might. Let's just leave the room on that
Oh my god.
strange note.
So Kirrik, I guess you would have been in the room during that time. What were you doing? Were you eavesdropping or looking at that door?
Well, I was looking at this door, but it looks closed and locked, and they told me I need to go to the cellar, which...
It is closed and locked. Did you ask about it before Savaric got in the room?
I could ask about it after.
Okay.
Like, I guess he's already left. So I point to the door and go, what's in there?
Don't go in there.
Yeah. What he said. It's best to leave the black lady alone. The lady in black,
Whoa,
sorry.
I was about to say. Cryptic and vague. I'm gonna go look for a stove now. And I leave the room.
Go look for a stove.
Who knows?
You're funny.
Don't we have
I'm curious,
a
if I
pot?
summon a chicken, can we, like...
No. Because your summoned creatures are insubstantial. They don't actually have flesh and bone.
Gotcha.
Because if they die, their bodies disappear.
You make jellyfish that just look like chickens.
Well, hello, tiny spider on my ceiling. 1 second.
These people only have rations around.
They only have rations, but you forget we probably have at least 30 pounds of hydra meat sitting in my pack. And it might still be good. I haven't checked. Then again, I'd assume it stays pretty well in its own extra dimensional space. Yeah. Can you not hear us?
All dead. What were you saying?
Well, I was going downstairs looking for cooking supplies, and I think Tanner might not be able to hear us.
I cut out. Sorry, I lost my audio. I lost it right after Lady in Black, or Black Lady, Black Lady, as it was said.
Yeah, it should have been Lady in Black.
I said cryptic and vague. I'm gonna go look downstairs now. Their house. Not gonna go in there just yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Am I searching the cellar, or is that a whole nother thing for another time?
You can search the cellar if you'd like. There isn't a map for it, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kirrik and see if I can help him find anything that might make cooking rations or
Yes.
Hydra meat slightly better.
You make the looking. I'll just supervise.
So you find several barrels full of oats, just like tons and tons and tons of oats. And that's predominantly what they have. There's a couple kegs of what might be ale, judging by the taps that they have on the outside of them. There's some barley.
I'm not so much looking for that as the supplies to cook, like
Oh, like utensils.
Yeah. And ingredients.
I
would
mean,
be
if they
nice
have
too, I bet,
anything
but-
other than starch, that would be awesome because
They're
Oatmeal.
they're monster hunters. Where is their protein?
they might be having a rough time lately, but that would be
Go out in the wild and
that would be
some chickens.
up to you to surmise that from what I'm telling you.
Okay, so I only see oats. I leave the cellar and be like, what? Okay.
Well, there's. Let me finish. There's more. So you find some kettles that look pretty heavily used, along with a pretty big stand that looks like it's been hodgepodged together. It does look sturdy enough to hold the kettle over the fire, but it's definitely not something that a blacksmith made, for example. You find some spoons and some bowls and, general cookware like that, but you don't find anything oven-like, if that's what you're looking for. I would say that you also find a rather large locked chest down there as well.
Don't
I'm
think.
assuming that I also noticed the chest. I would look at Kirrik and be like, I don't think you should try to open that.
I don't think so either. Well.
But it doesn't look dusty. It looks like it's been opened semi-frequently.
It's locked, though?
It is locked.
You might want to go ask if there's something in it that you could use for cooking.
Why would they put food in a locked chest unless it's the best stuff they've got?
Exactly.
I mean, this isn't exactly an occasion for that.
Well, you're cooking for these people. You need to at least make it somewhat good.
Oh, I am cooking for these people. I need all the help I can get.
I will go look for some sustenance other than oats and barley and wheat.
Find veggies.
I love that.
I plan on making soup.
I just want to say, I love that you got roped into cooking because you mentioned the sandwich making.
Well, find veggies. I'm making soup. Hydra soup.
So, I'm gonna go out and wander. Like, we're in a forest, right?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? They probably have some simple tubers. They probably have like carrots and like parsnips and like.
Carrots? No potatoes?
Well, potatoes aren't technically a tuber, but yeah, they probably have potato as well.
Fantastic.
Tuber? I hardly know.
I need
I'm
the
gonna go.
biggest
Oh my
thing
God.
they got.
Well, Carrie tells me that he's planning on making some soup. I'm gonna go look for some like protein or stuff that we can put in it.
Hydra meat, bro.
I don't want to cook the hydra. Like, all we have is its head, and I thought we were going to give it to them as a gift.
Head meat.
Head meat. That's how AIDS happens, man. You eat monkey brains.
There's a lot of good meat on the face. I just want to
Yeah.
say.
It's the most muscular part of a hydra. When they bite your head off, you certainly realize they're very strong there. I've just got part of it.
Suddenly it regrows inside your body.
I'll look for some, like, wild birds that I could easily kill for
Wild
sustenance.
birds.
Or small animals. Like
Let's see. I would say that you find a handful of animals as you're trekking through the woods. How do you catch them?
Turn
Talk
into a wolf?
Oh my. The hunter.
Ow, ow.
Okay. So you become a wolf.
I become a wolf and go hunting for small animals that we
Okay,
can cook.
I think 30 will do you. I think you catch a couple rabbits. Probably no birds, because that would be rather difficult for a wolf.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. It's not impossible, but I feel
It's
like
probably also, like, we're in the middle of a forest, and I was thinking, it's like, oh, maybe there's, like, wild turkeys.
yeah, you find rabbits, and I would say that while you're walking around too, you find some mushrooms as well.
Okay.
Whether
wild onions.
whether or not they're edible, who knows?
How would you
Detect
that be a
poison.
survival check to determine whether or not they're edible?
I would accept survival, knowledge, nature.
Well, upon bringing all of this back, I'm going to investigate the mushrooms they picked and try to determine what kind of mushrooms they are with my knowledge.
You believe these particular mushrooms, well, at least most of the mushrooms you picked are safe to eat, but there is some green-capped ones that you feel should probably be disposed of before Elithis finds, or not Elithis, before Cichael finds out.
Wait, I think they should be disposed of
Before
before
I
Cichael
found
found out? Like, do I think
Oh.
this, or like, do I just think that they're hallucinogenic in
You
nature? and
you
are-
think that they are probably hazardous to a person's health, but that Cichael is unlikely to listen to your warning.
Okay, well, I'm looking for food
Because
to
it's
eat, so I
understandable.
probably would
Might
just throw
just
the ones that I
need to nip
didn't
that
think
in
were
the bud.
edible into the fire and just get rid of them.
That sounds like a plan.
I bring my few rabbits and mushrooms that are edible to Kirrik in hopes that he found some other stuff that he can cook with.
Veggies and barley. Veggies, barley, water. Need to clean the kettle. Quick.
Well, I mean, how big is like the cauldron of brewing that we have? Like, can it be cooked
No,
used to
it's
cook
cauldron
soup?
of brewing. It's meant for brewing potion.
You,
would be
you could
happy.
cook in it, technically, but I feel like the kettle would be bigger.
Yeah, it needs to be enough to feed all. God, how many of us are there?
A lot.
25.
That seems like a lot more than
I-
there are people here.
15.
Yeah, it's probably
All
15 or
15.
so, yeah.
That's a lot, damn.
No, it's 15. I just counted. Well, unless there's people who aren't here.
There are.
Damn.
Well, you should probably get to cooking then. I
All right.
create
Well,
water in the pot for you.
I'm gonna have to have someone or a couple people help me skin the hydra head, because that's at least like 30 pounds. How much of it is skull? I don't know, but.
Like, I gave you rabbits to put in this too. Let's
But this is the exotic
let's
meat.
give. I know. Let's just give it to them and see what they want to do with it. It's a monster. We don't know whether or not it's edible. We
Alright,
don't know
fine.
if they want to have it as
Hold
a
on.
trophy.
I walk
like-
into the hall here, and I say, "Is anyone interested in trying hydra meat?" You, big man sitting in the corner, you look like you're sick of oatmeal. How about hydra meat?
You're talking to the 40-year-old man? Yeah. So I've had a Hydra before. It's pretty good.
So hydra rabbit stew then.
How's the head?
I can't say that I've
Let's find out.
eaten the head.
Well, what's not to try?
Anyway,
I suppose you're right.
I pull aside Kirrik and be like, the head is a trophy. These are monster hunters that hunt for trophies. I think we should leave it as a trophy and not try to eat it.
We killed it.
Well,
Their trophy.
in fairness, how good's the flesh gonna be?
I don't know. Let's find out. It's been in extra-dimensional space for the past fucking week, but
Well, I mean, no, I mean as a trophy, like, unless they're gonna tan the. I guess they
we
could.
have the hide. But like we have the hide for that. But like they could just use the skull as an ornament. I'm not gonna eat the skull.
I guess they could like taxidermy it, kind of.
Why would
But
they
you
want
don't
it?
need
They
the
didn't
meat
kill
for
it.
Why wouldn't they want it? It's a Hydra head.
It's a rare mythical beast that we happen to
Alright,
stumble
fine.
upon in the woods, so.
Alright, is anyone in here really, really good at skinning?
Everyone is ridiculously silent upon you saying that.
Well, I don't know if that's an awkward silence.
Ridiculously silent.
I don't know if that's an awkward silence or is that a nobody answering me. Someone's doing something here.
It's an uncomfortable silence. You can tell that mentioning skinning in particular made everyone kind of pause and think about something uncomfortable.
I shake my head a little bit, looking directly at Kirrik.
But how was I gonna know that was gonna cause an uncomfortable silence?
You weren't.
Well then, I'll do it myself. Let's see what happens.
But after a brief moment, Claude speaks up and he says, "Well, Alex might be able to help you, but it is unlikely that she will leave the tower anytime soon."
Is that the lady in black I keep hearing about?
Yes. Don't
think
call
that
her that to her face.
Ah. Well, good to know. But, yeah. I think I could just try it myself. And if there's anything left, maybe, you know, did you guys want it as a trophy? I'm gonna try to keep the skin for you.
The skull would be nice, certainly. I bet Joseph would love to have that hanging above his mantle.
Of course, the mantle. What better place to put your fine dead creatures?
That's right.
Well, I guess I'll just get to work doing that. Where can I do that? I mean, I don't want to do it on the table. We're gonna eat here.
What if we just boil the head and then let the skin kind of slough off?
Out in the courtyard is probably fine.
Alright.
Or you could do it out back.
Well, we'd
out
probably
here?
be cooking
Yep.
the campfire, so we'd probably just like set up and try to get all the ingredients and do
Well,
stuff.
there's
out
some
here.
gross stuff that's gonna come out of the head here soon. So I
Brain
guess
is
I
a
get to
fine
work.
meat.
So the Hydra head, what would that? How good would the meat be? I mean, it's been in mallet space for the past
I
however
will
long we've been going.
determine the quality of the meat of the head.
Alright.
With
You can tell that it's kind of funny colored, almost like a weird green, along the outsides that have been exposed to air.
In a haversack?
Yes. There is a bit of air there in an extra-dimensional space, just like you could survive in a bag of holding for a little while. I think 8 hours or so. I can't remember the duration, but there is air in those spaces. It doesn't.
Here's
we
my
killed
question.
the Hydra before we got the handy haversack, I believe. Right?
Yes.
What is the point of all this?
Trying to impress them with a good dinner so they can
Yes.
befriend us even more.
You do your stuff. I
With
can
a
do my
Hydra head?
rolling in separate. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just message Darp what we're doing.
I'm just curious if we think that'll actually be effective.
I got roped into it.
That's true.
Yeah, but like the thing is,
Was there-
we could make rabbit stew without trying to like risk determining
Yeah, I
the
feel
quality
No,
of
the
meat.
outside is bad.
If we
The inside's good.
poison the whole monster party, I feel like they're not going
Like,
to be able to
basically,
help
I
us.
know that these rabbits are good because I just killed them, and I know that these mushrooms are good because I just picked them. and I just.
I have an idea. Hold on. I'm coming up.
Ugh.
Guys, here's what we do. We make rabbit stew, and we just tell them it's Hydra stew.
We have to give them the Hydra head. They want a skull.
So,
I mean, we could
okay,
just
so
give
how are
them
we
the
gonna
Hydra
cook?
head, like.
So yeah, let's do that.
Do
Like,
what?
you keep wanting to cook the Hydra head. Let's just give Joseph the Hydra head as it is.
Fine.
To display our ability.
Prowess as like killers of monsters.
Also, I still got this cute little serpent kitty head, and it talks to people. Hey, little serpent head.
Do you like make it the bottom of its jaw move? Make it talk to people?
I flap the jaw up and down as I make it talk.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
I got fucking burned to death. Really super overkill. Don't fuck with these guys, because they're badass.
Are you guys talking about the Hydra or the Serpo part?
I'm
I
talking
feel
about
like
the
those
serpent
are
part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hydra head.
but yeah,
I think we're just
since,
gonna give them the Hydra.
yeah, since you have to cook, let's just cook actual food and then just give them the trophies that we have
Oh, fine.
to share them as
I guess
trophies.
when we see Joseph, we'll give him this stuff.
I literally just went up there to find Dapur.
And then
We
you
crossed each
teleport
other.
her down.
Whoops. I'm getting ready for food, man.
I want to see her in a dark corner.
So I don't have any.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to assist him. A basic
wanna,
artistry roll.
Well, actually, to be completely honest, what I'd be making is roughly beef and barley soup, except with rabbit instead of beef. So that's basically just a crock pot recipe. All I do is throw that shit in there and wait for until it's done.
Bam.
Cool. So we don't have to artistry that. Beautiful.
Nope.
I'm good with this.
Right there. That's where she...
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be chatting up the ladies. He's into tieflings.
Oh my gosh.
The horny women.
Anyways, I enter over here and motion for Zanthem to come on over.
Ah, okay, coming.
I like how everyone's so trusting of the rogue sitting here cooking the food when I have 2 vials of extremely deadly poison sitting on my
Nobody knows that you have those poison though. They're in your scabbards.
Guess that's a good point. They have to roll like a DC of 50 to even know they're there. And that's upon close inspection.
Yep, that's if they're looking.
Yep.
I tell Cichael and Zanthem is like, since we got roped into cooking, we need to make sure that this soup is the best rabbit and barley stew that Kirrik has ever made. So
No, that's my sandwich.
Agreed.
How do I roll artistry for that? Just roll artistry?
Yeah,
Well,
that's fine.
What do we want to use?
I would actually say that knowledge alchemy could be applicable here.
Craft alchemy?
Craft alchemy, yeah.
I have craft alchemy.
No, I just mean specifically for Cichael. I feel that he could apply craft alchemy to what you're trying to do because it is it's essentially an alchemical creation that doesn't have any effect other than taste.
Okay. So just use artistry.
Sure.
Alright.
That includes my bonus, I think, from the pot.
Well, maybe you're using your cauldron of brewing to create little side recipes.
I'm just
Like
making
little
sure you
spices
No,
know
and
that,
sauce.
because it'd be -5 without it.
Okay.
Stir the sauce.
So yeah, you're like making a sauce or a
Oh, making my
marinade.
secret sauce. Y'all know y'all want some of that Cichael Mare's secret sauce. Don't ask what's in it, cause I don't know. I don't know actually.
I laugh at the fact that he doesn't know the ingredients to the special
Yeah.
sauce.
All we know is that it's fucking delicious.
I
every
look at
time.
Cichael and tell him, your secret sauce truly is secret.
It's so secret, it doesn't even let me know what it is.
Oh
I
man.
tell Cichael and Wonky and Zanthem's like, you should use your prestidigitation to make sure that this is the best tasting soup ever.
I trust Zanthem. Prestidigitation is it. By the way, at this point, I don't know if it's clear. I know how to say prestidigitation. Is that what it is?
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. But Cichael still doesn't know how to say prestidigitation. He can do it, but he can't. He doesn't know how to pronounce it.
You are probably right, Kirrik.
I like
But
this repartee.
we still need to impress them. We need them more than they need us.
Exactly.
Easy to impress people who've been eating oatmeal for a month.
True.
That is a good point. This is gonna knock their socks off.
I just wish I rolled higher than a 12.
You have a 37 for special sauce, and
The sauce is going to be the best part of it.
Just don't burn the veggies and you'll be fine.
plus you
You
have
can
plus
burn the
4
veggies and
from
we'd
me
still make
and
it taste
Cichael
good.
assisting you, so
I love that the party's cooking. This is adorable.
You made me do this.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta play them how they fall.
Yep.
Okay, so
Bonding.
you guys spend a couple hours brewing some things. Everybody's kind of doing their own part. But I would imagine Cichael's probably calling the shots as far as the flavors go, which surprises everyone.
I'm doing it like Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my god.
What are you, an idiot sandwich?
This roux tastes like shit!
you're the only roux
who is
here.
burnt!
That's true.
I get it.
I'm like, oh, I made this.
That's your roux. Your last name.
I got it. R-O-U-X roux, not R-E-W.
I know.
From here on out, my name is Cichael Mera Roux, R-O-U-X. It's my chef name. I admit,
As in,
not the greatest
in LaRue?
as far as branding goes.
As in bulletproof LaRue?
I meant it as the mixture of roux is like a mixture of flour
and water and some spices.
no, it's
Basically
animal
anything.
fat. Well, maybe you're right. All I know is to make it with animal fat, but it could be a general purpose.
Yeah, it depends on like
word
what you're
to
making
describe
with the roux.
Yeah, I've
Flour
always
and
done it
oil.
with like I've always done it with like butter or like fat from like a stew or something like that.
Yeah, it's really good with bacon fat. I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I don't like bacon, but I like bacon fat and everything.
Bacon fat's delicious.
Your body
Anyway.
knows it's good for your soul, and not much else. I just keep seeing Size disappointedly move up and down. Oh, okay, because he's typing. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought she just kept sighing.
Yeah.
She's typing something about how I only talk to her when it's convenient, and I'm all about the sex. Of course, I'm all about the sex. I only see you like once every year or two.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard.
I googled Gordon Ramsay insults. There's more olive oil on this than Popeye's dick.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow. That's hilarious.
That's a really. You should see if there's any that are D&D specific.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one. I mean, unfortunately, they're all pretty much references to pop culture things.
Yeah.
All the best ones are. That chicken has so much ginger on it, it no longer has a soul.
This mushroom is so raw. It said the princess is in another castle.
You-
Oh,
You use so much oil in this skillet, the U.S. is trying to fucking invade it.
yeah.
And
I
yet
like
when he's
the
talking to
anti-jokes.
kids When he's like talking to kids, like he's super nice.
I don't know. There's this one. I gotta look.
I see you, E-Bombs World.
Oh my.
It's not that bad.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't actually say that.
I don't
He's
think
super nice
that's-
to kids.
He's actually really nice in general. They just on the American TV show, for whatever reason, they make him a complete fucking asshole. Or
Have you ever seen
he plays up the asshole.
him and James May eating awfully gross food?
I haven't.
They eat rotten shark brain together, and James May is completely unfazed by it, and Gordon just vomits. He's like, "You disappoint me,
Yeah.
Ramsey."
You disappoint me, students.
So how's this soup looking? I see Joseph is arriving just in time for the food.
Yeah, he can definitely smell he can definitely smell the aroma in the air, and he seems pleased.
How many feathers have I burned off in this process? We are doing this at a bonfire.
Yeah, but it's pretty low at this point. You wouldn't cook over a roaring bonfire, would you?
Depends. How low is my cooking skill?
I'm fairly certain that's a decision that you would make that you wouldn't need to roll for, so how dumb are you is the real question. Like,
-2 in.
Yeah?
but you don't roll in to make your decisions about
I
what to
know.
do. That would suck if that was the case.
Yeah, you don't have to roll everything.
Okay, so as I see Joseph come in, basically we're just waiting for it to be done at this point. There's nothing really we have to do.
Mhm.
I see him come in, and I walk over to him and I go, Joseph, I see you've arrived just in time.
I do make a habit of it.
Yes, well, unfortunately, the Hydra food did not pan out the way I thought. So, it didn't turn out so great after about a week. So, instead, we wanted to give you these, and I show him the Hydra head and the Serpapard skull. I point at the skull and I go, that was a Serpapard, but after our alchemist got done with it, it was just kind of a pile of ashes, but its skull's still there. And
We put the flesh
meat's-
back on it.
we kind of put some of it back there, but
No, like I restored flesh on.
oh,
like
oh goodness, I didn't know that. So there you go. There's a Serpapard, and then I reach into my handy haversack and pull out a giant Hydra head and plop it on the floor.
Oh my
There you go,
gosh.
and that's a Hydra.
How did you fit that in your bag?
I'm very handy.
Is that
I love that vague answer.
He's handy and he has a sack.
I'm fairly certain that that might
They've
be
probably
like
never seen that
diplomacy
magical-
or.
you might need to either bluff or diplomacy that.
No, okay. How about I say this? This is the sack is very handy. I'm glad I have her it.
Oh my god. He looks at you kind of confused. Is that magical?
As far as I can tell, holds things much bigger than it should.
I see. Very good. He seems a little distracted by your backpack now.
My backpack.
And after a brief moment of eyeballing your backpack, he shakes his head as though recovering from a daydream, and looks at the heads that you've presented him, and says, "Why don't you hold on to these for now, and after dinner, I will have them brought to my quarters."
I shove both of them in the pack.
And he watches you very intently as you put them back into your bag.
What was I gonna say? It was literally on the tip of my tongue. Damn it. Fuck, I completely forgot. Hopefully I remember. Shit. I wanted to say something, but I forgot what it was. I hate when that happens. Brain farts.
It's always the worst when you have a brain fart.
It is.
Oh, I get them all the time. And then my players correct me. And then I'm sad. Because I look like an idiot.
And then I have to kill them.
Not yet. I want you to be more attached to your characters before I rip them from under you.
Ah, yes. The classic GM move.
That's right. If you don't care about your character, it doesn't matter if I kill it.
Now I remember what I was going to say. The Hydra, I might like to point out, was entirely killed by my sister.
Hello.
Rained hellfire down on the poor thing. Didn't even know it hit it.
That's no easy task.
Apparently not.
I would expect nothing less of a mayor.
I bow.
He says it with just a soupçon of venom.
He doesn't like your family.
Oh, I ignore it and act polite anyways.
Good plan. Why don't you give me a diplomacy roll on your little curtsy?
Okay.
What?
He doesn't like your family, and she bowed, so it's kind of like seen as arrogant.
It could be.
Oh, I don't know.
She's
Just be seen as
bowing,
overly
though.
polite. Yeah, I don't.
The roll will determine how that
Yeah.
goes. Yeah, okay. He accepts your bow as a courtesy rather than an insult or
Sarcastic.
or like patronizing. Yeah.
Good.
I look at the soup and determine that it's probably about ready.
We should taste it first before
Yeah,
we serve
let's
it.
do a taste test. But
Hey,
here
Cichael, you taste it first.
Pat did Cyclemare taste test. A couple of us take spoons and we interlock our arms and taste it together like lovers.
Wow.
That
That's
way,
the
if we
secret
somehow made it
ingredient.
poisoned, we all suffer the same fate.
Also, we all this becomes a mass suicide.
Oh my god.
Genocide.
Yep.
I'm assuming that since we put a bunch of safe ingredients in it.
That would be a really excellent way to wrap up the campaign, actually, wouldn't it?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
We all die by
We all
accident.
die, except for
With
Savaric
soup.
right here, because special sauce kills us instead of being tasty.
He just comes back and the entire Reisenjager is dead along with the party. And it just looks like a fucking cult mass grave.
Savaric alone. Well, we wiped him out,
So much magical
I
equipment.
guess. If only we tried to make soup for the Etherean troops.
We will cook them to
Talk to
death,
us.
and not the way you're thinking.
Yeah.
Send them the Birdman. He will feed them sandwiches that will make their morale
I've
fucking
got it.
morale break faster than our swords.
We strike at the heart of Etheria. We establish a soup kitchen behind enemy lines.
That none of us can serve at because none of us look human enough.
I
look-
do.
I think there's enough.
Completely human.
There's enough alter self spells to go around, I think.
That's true. We also have that.
Alright, so
Shall we serve
now
the soup?
that
So
as
let's
long as we
taste the
just keep
soup.
making bad soup. Is the soup delicious? Is it like
How
Mom
would
used to
we?
make?
I
We
think I rolled a
taste
fucking 37. I think it's
soup.
probably pretty fucking
Is it
good.
delicious?
Yeah, perception would be what you're looking for.
Yeah, let's-
I appraise the soup. No.
That's
Good call.
actually valid.
That's another good one.
Okay. So surprisingly, it has a fairly rich flavor for having so little ingredient in it. I mean, it's got a lot of diversity, but there isn't like much in each bite. It's mostly broth, because you had a couple rabbits and you're trying to feed a bunch of people with vegetables and such. So it's very runny soup, but it is quite good.
Soup
Yum,
is
yum.
supposed to be running.
Excellent.
Chunky soup is so much better. Straight to hell with you.
That's more like a
I
chili then.
It
I
depends what
spang the
you're
side of the
making.
kettle as a sort of dinner's ready.
Ding ding ding.
I'm gonna sit next to this
More
guy,
rotund.
who I haven't met.
Soup's up.
Even though he's got Aetherian garb on.
You know, if they would
You said he was
really.
Part
wearing a
of the
bunch of
group.
red, and
Yeah.
but he's also
Yeah, but
like 3 feet tall and has
Yep.
pointy ears,
It's
so
true.
I would not, under any circumstances, assume that he's a theory.
Fair enough.
I'm
gonna
going
try to figure out what
try to figure out what he is too.
Oh, I guess Morky's gonna help me serve. That's fine.
Well,
Mhm.
Well,
we've
he's
all
a-
kind of served ourselves.
He's
on
a
that.
Yeah.
LA
Come to the
type.
table.
One by one, everybody goes to the pot and fills up their little wooden bowls and sits down to eat.
I
What
give
about
Morky
her?
a little wooden bowl too.
She gonna eat?
Well, aren't there more people than just this? I mean,
There are, but no one
Is there
else
enough to go
seems
around?
to be coming.
all right.
You could ask about others if you want.
Well, I mean,
Should we
We
get
wouldn't
I'll ask
take
assume.
some
Joseph,
soup
but
to
I
the
don't
other?
think that we would assume.
well, no, there's 2 people here that I've already seen that aren't here right now.
Where's Savaric at?
There's Savaric.
What?
He's
No,
in
there's
the
No,
woods.
they're right there. These are the 2 people that you've met.
Well, there's the mumbly guy. There's the redhead with the handkerchief around her neck, or the neckerchief. There's Terminator,
Ah,
and
yeah.
then there's Robert.
I'm gonna take some soup to the oatmeal dude. This is the oatmeal
Which guy?
there
No, that's a different guy.
by the fire.
That
Oh,
was mean guy who was mumbling.
Oatmeal
fuck
dude's
that
over
guy.
here.
Yeah, he's on
How
watch.
was he mean? He wasn't that mean. He was just mumbling.
He hissed at Kirrik.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
guess
that
he doesn't like him.
But I'll take soup to the guy on watch.
Sure.
To both the guys on watch, because there's
There's
To
like 3
both
or
of
4.
them. You mean over here in the watchtower?
Yeah.
there's that guy, and there's also another one down
Yeah,
here.
we promised this guy food. He was sitting there eating oatmeal like,
Sorry, my roll
Watching me
20
get
is
ready.
fucking destroyed.
We'll
Yeah.
just assume that you brought it to.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
we brought it to everyone who wanted it.
Yep. They both climb out of their towers and take a bowl from you and thank you profusely while they gobble it down before they climb back up into the tower.
It's cold out there.
I say you're welcome profusely.
There's a lot of profuse stuff going around.
So this guy, do we figure out what he is?
Yeah, you believe that he is a halfling.
What's a halfling?
Think hobbit. Hobbits are halflings.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, I noticed you're a halfling in Etherean garb. Don't see very many of them. That's
Hobbits love their food.
Oh my
Well, that was
gosh.
me eating the soup.
That was
I,
that was Cichael eating as soon as he finished asking the question.
I can't speak for him yet.
So how about I read a little bit on halflings before we get into that.
Sorry, every fucking conversation I start, man. This is my Fallout tendency. I'm like, I have to talk to every character.
No, you're good,
That's
man.
a good thing.
I have.
Very
This
good
is
thing.
why I plan like at least vague storylines for all the characters because I want them to feel like they've got depth. So halflings are optimistic and cheerful by nature, blessed with uncanny luck, and driven by powerful wanderlust. Halflings make up for their short stature with an abundance of bravado and curiosity. At once excitable and easygoing, halflings like to keep an even temper and a steady eye on opportunity, and are not as prone to violent or emotional outbursts as some of the more volatile races. Even in the jaws of catastrophe, halflings almost never lose their sense of humor. Their ability to find humor in the absurd, no matter how dire the situation, often allows halflings to distance themselves ever so slightly from dangers that surround them. This sense of detachment can also help shield them from terrors that might immobilize their allies.
So he's a leprechaun.
He's a jokester and
He's-
storyteller.
He's a hobbit. Like literally, halfling as another name for tokens hobbits.
Yep. Literally 100% Hobbit.
Dungeons & Dragons began using the name halfling as an alternative to hobbit for legal reasons.
Not surprised.
Well, there you
Once
go.
Christopher took over the family business.
You said that you noticed he's a halfling.
And he's in Etherean garb, which
In
you don't
Etherean garb,
see
which-
very often.
Well, I see that you're quite knowledgeable. You don't see many halflings around, I imagine. But you know, the Etherians are a bit of zealots. Iomedae, as far as I can figure, never taught that then all of the non-human races were evil, or of impure flesh, as the Hierophant likes to call us.
I see. So you're not actually allied with the Etherians, per se. You just follow Iomedae?
I would say at this point in my life that is true. At one point, Etheria was less unwelcoming to my kind.
Hopefully that day will come again.
You seem pretty serious.
That is a serious topic for me.
It's unexpected from a halfling.
I would agree. But you know, when you're persecuted and run out of your own country, it's
I lean over to
less of a cheerful subject.
and I whisper, he's a halfling monster slayer that
And a-
follows Iomedae, that apparently came from Etheria, and he isn't cheerful. This dude is just a fucking walking anachronism. Don't worry about it too much.
In any case, why don't we discuss something more entertaining?
How do you like your soup?
The soup is quite pleasant.
Yeah, that's from the Psychomira Rue TM patent pending.
I do not understand your words.
Me either.
Really? If anyone in this group would understand that joke, it would be this guy.
Patent pending TM?
TM patent
Oh.
pending. Yeah.
Surely there must be something like patents. Patents have existed for a very,
Branding?
very, very long time.
Say my own special brand.
Some branding. Yeah, I guess you could say that instead.
There you go.
TM
Special blend of herbs and
is actually a new word I'm working on. It's called trademark TM.
Trademark TM.
TM on the trademark term.
Trademark.
And a smaller one
Yeah.
on top of that one.
Yes, I need to indicate that the term trademark is actually my trademark.
And that the
Exponential
acronym that goes
trademarks.
above, yes. That the
Mhm.
trademark
I-
goes above the trademark.
I
Right.
facepalm and shake my head while he's explaining
Yeah.
this.
And Claude is just sitting there grinning because he's finding this very entertaining because it's distracting from him. Because
Hey,
Claude?
cause-
Which
yeah.
one's Claude?
the guy you're talking to, the halfling.
Okay.
I guess we haven't introduced ourselves. I'm Elvis, by the way.
It's good to meet you.
My name, I lean across the table and offer my hand. My name is Psychomira Rue TM.
In case you didn't get that from the name of the sauce.
Yes, I heard. He shakes your hand.
Enterprising young alchemist.
I lean over towards Claude and quietly, but not whispering, say he tends to be high, like all the time.
He looks at Cichael while he responds to Elvis and says, "I get that impression."
He's not the only one.
He says, I get that impression as I'm spoon feeding Morky some soup from my bowl.
I look over at
Who's a good boy?
this lady, who I've not met before or seen before, and I try to figure out what she is, if she's also a tiefling. Wow.
Well, you know now.
Oh.
I know exactly what she is.
You are 100% certain that she is a tiefling.
Okay.
Wow.
If only you could have done that on the soup. They'd be
how would
singing our
knowledge
praises.
nature help the soup?
No, just like 20.
Knowledge soup.
I also look at this guy and try to see what he is.
Okay, let me pull up his sheet. Let's see. From what little you have heard him speak, he's got a slightly airy voice. But as far as what he is, he's got rather pointy ears, and he stands probably a head taller than anyone else in the room.
How tall is he?
You're fairly confident that he's an elf.
Okay. Wait a second. I'm just trying to figure out how tall I am, and then also how tall he is.
He's a little bit taller than you.
Okay.
Wow, he's towering over me then.
Yeah, he's probably he's pretty close to twice your height, I would imagine, if you're only 4 feet.
4'1".
Okay, he's not twice then. Yeah, because 8 feet doesn't make any sense.
And elves are between like 5.5 to 6 foot 8.
Yeah.
That's like super tall.
I think he's pretty close to the 6'8" end of the spectrum.
Okay, so he's actually a head taller than me too.
Yeah.
And I'm probably, unless Ofu, right?
Oh shoot! Actually, he's a half elf. Yep, he's a half elf. Sorry about that.
Okay. And Ovu wouldn't tell me if he was an elf.
Well, you could look at him and try to.
But I wouldn't. Would I be able to tell the difference between a full-blooded elf and a half-elf by looking at them?
One would think.
Let's find out.
I will say with that roll, you're fairly confident that he's not an elf.
Okay.
In fact, he doesn't really have the stature of an elf at all. You don't think he has any elf blood in him whatsoever.
He just has really pointy ears.
Yes, he does.
Do I know what he is with that roll?
No.
Okay.
So, during this time, you guys are all communicating with Claude, and at least Aiko, the half-elf over here, he keeps looking over at you, interacting with Claude, and he looks like he's kind of suspicious of your interactions. And Joseph just kind of quietly eats his soup. He seems pleased with it, but he doesn't interact much. He just seems to be observing and waiting for somebody to say something to him.
Oh, I was
Where's
just waiting for him.
Savaric in all this?
He
saw...
hasn't been seen for a while.
He is having business time.
Yes.
It's business.
Why don't you guys give me perception rolls to see if you noticed him slip away?
Pretty sure I noticed him slip away.
Yeah, probably. Savaric, why don't you give me a stealth check?
Oof, these are some rough perception rolls. What in the fuck?
Chances are you didn't escape without us noticing. We just didn't
I think
ask.
that was by far the greatest group perception roll we've ever done.
I think so too.
Certainly the highest
That's
I've ever done that
retarded,
wasn't
yeah.
a nat 20.
There you go.
Un momento.
I didn't even roll that high.
I did.
All three of the dudes were like, there he goes.
Yeah. We're on to your
We
gimmick.
knew what was happening. We're just surprised it wasn't with Ovu.
Yeah, so I actually
Hang
rolled a
on a
19
second.
on that.
That is really, really high, damn.
Yeah.
Main character 15.
When our lowest roll was an 18, that's not bad.
I think we'll take that roll. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to make a note, and we will come back to it next week, because it's 11:30.
Yeah. I'm pretty tired.
I will say that Savaric was not attempting to
Conceal.
and conceal himself in any shape or fashion. In
That-
fact, you very loudly heard him cut his weapons and things and squeeze out through a crack in the wall. And
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted something to roll against the perception.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, there, I made a note.
Very cool. After being rejected.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't paying attention to his conversation because we were cooking.
Correct, but that's notes for more for me.
Gotcha.